Good evening, my dear JEE 2025 warriors. Yet another amazing paper discussion session. So, all the 3rd April students who had shift 2, please let us know in the chat box how was it. We spoke to a few other students, and most of them said, "Sir, this shift, I mean, fair enough. I mean, it's not that difficult as January attempt, as much as we are expecting. But that's also another problem because then the cutoffs will increase." And the competition is always higher. More students are there, plus students are better prepared in the April attempt as compared to the January attempt. So the cutoffs 100% are going to increase. So brace yourself for the upcoming inflation in the percentile scores because of better preparedness. See, NTA gave hard questions and now they are giving normal questions. So that's why people were mentally prepared and they are preparing well. Had they given easy questions before, people would have thought, oh, NTA will set easy paper in April. But then suddenly, if they would have surprised us, then obviously the percentiles would have gone down. Now, because of the prior warning, things are different. So let's see how it goes. And yep, the shift 1 paper had many PYQs in the physics section, especially. Maths was not that great also. And that told that if you have practiced enough number of questions, easily you can score really well. So let's begin with the class. And if you have any concerns regarding which college, which branch, which percentile, what will be my expected branch, etc., please use the rank predictor tool. The link is there in the description box of this particular video as you are watching this. Yeah, so as you're watching this video, the link is there in the description box. You can check it out right over here, JEE rank predictor. Okay, click on that link. You can enter your score, even your quota, because based on your quota and all of these things will change. Your branches, your cutoffs, everything are going to change. So use that. All right. So let's begin with the class. And this is the first question. Hello, Zoya Dia, WNSI. Welcome, Sigma Guy. Tomorrow also they will follow the trend. Hopefully. Okay. Hi, business. Hi, Senthil. Hi, Pes. Welcome aboard. Hi, Darshan. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Let's just hope that they keep the paper moderate, but keeping it very easy is also bad. Keeping it very difficult is also bad. So let's just hope it is normal. Okay. So this question just got repeated in the first shift, if you remember, intensity question. So had you seen that question in my earlier discussion in the afternoon, this question you will be able to easily do it. Maximum and minimum intensity ratio is asked. So the maximum by minimum intensity ratio is asked. What is the formula for maximum? It is root I1 plus root I2 whole square. For minimum, it is root I1 minus root I2 the whole square. So root of I1, so let's say it is I, the first intensity. The next intensity will be 9 times of I, the whole square, upon root of I minus root of 9I, the whole square. Okay. So what will this become? Root of 9 is 3. So it will become root I plus root 3I, the whole square, upon root of I minus, sorry, not root 3, 3 root I. So sorry, guys. Plus 3 root I the whole square upon root of I minus 3 root of I whole square. Why? Because the root of 9 is 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So it will become 4 root of I, okay, whole square divided by 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So minus 2 root of I the whole square. Root I will cancel obviously. So this will just become 4 by 2, which is 2. So 2 square, which is basically 4. So 4:1 should be the answer. Is that right? Yep, option D. Very good. WNA, Arti, excellent. Shaurya, very good. Yes. That correct answer is option D. So that formula is very important. Root I1 plus root I2 whole square for maximum. For minimum, root I1 minus root I2 the whole square. Just the sign will change. And where the roots and squares will come, that is also very important, or else you will obviously get a wrong answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. It says the excess pressure inside a bubble is half that of another bubble Find the volume of A bubble to B bubble. The ratio has been asked. Obviously, to find the ratio of the volume, we need the radius. How do I find the radius? Maybe it is related to the excess pressure. And I think it is. So let's try to figure that out first. We know that excess pressure is 4 times the surface tension divided by the radius of the bubble. Okay, so the excess pressure inside bubble A is half. So delta P of A and delta P of B is RB divided by RA. The excess pressure of bubble A is half. Bubble A is half. So this is 1, this is 2. So this is 1:2. This is RB divided by RA. So RA divided by RB will be 2:1. That is the first part of the problem. Now let's go to the second part where we have to find the ratio of the volume. So volume 1 by volume 2, since volume is 4 by 3 pi into r cube, it will be proportional to the cube of the radius. So it will be RA divided by RB, the whole cube. So RA by RB is nothing but 2 by 1, the whole cube. 2 cube is nothing but 8. So 8:1, which is option number A. That is the correct answer. Very good. If you guys got it. Perfecto. Epic. Very good, Gayatri. Yes, Madhav Madhav Rajulja. Sorry, I'm not able to pronounce the name, but I'm guessing that's correct. Yes, sigma guy, it's proportional to cube. Perfecto. Awesome. Yep. Very good, Sai Pranav. Excellent. If you guys got it, very cool. Yeah, very cool. And if you are from the next shift, even better. I mean, that builds that confidence in all of you. Now, this question, particularly from experimental physics of, determining the speed of sound, resonance tube experiment was asked. So, experimental physics, seeing a question over here. So, don't think experimental physics will not come. Yeah, the first length is L1, second length is L2. What is the frequency of the the frequency of the sound is given. What is the velocity of the sound? Now, even if you do not know the formulas, I'll tell you the logic behind it, what happens. See, our standing wave, let's say, is produced like this. Maybe some particular length that you get is this much. Let's say this is L1. The next length for which you will get resonance will be this much, L2. So you're going from here to here. So if this is the first length of resonance, this will be the second length of resonance. So can you see this much particular part? This much particular part is L1 minus L2, which is the length of a lobe, which is always lambda by 2. Yep. Why lambda by 2? This is the length of a, this is the length, this is nothing but the length of a loop. This is nothing but the length of a loop or a lobe in a standing wave. In a standing wave. Yes, this much part. See, you can observe that this is one wavelength. This is a wavelength. So this is exactly half the wavelength, obviously. So if this was lambda, this much part will be lambda divided by 2. Is that right? So from this, I think we can find out lambda. You just have to find the difference of this, whatever is the positive difference. So 140 minus 100 is lambda by 2. It is in centimeters. So this will be 40 centimeters is basically lambda by 2. So lambda is basically 80 centimeters, which is 0.8 meters. So we found lambda. Now the next step is very laddu. Finding the speed of the sound. Speed is frequency into wavelength. Frequency of the sound is 400 hertz. Lambda is basically 0.8. Come on, guys. 8 4s are 32. So it should be nothing but 320 meters per second. So option A is the right answer. Very good. Shaurya, perfect, Juko. Very good, Swapna. Awesome, Gayatri. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Yeah. So did you understand the logic behind this? So whenever you shift the resonance order or the harmonic and you jump to the next harmonic or the next frequency, so you're just going from one length to the other length, you're just shifting the lobe. So you're shifting it exactly by a lobe. A lobe is not lambda, it is lambda by 2. That's the logic. Once you get lambda and you know frequency, you can find the speed. Okay. Next question on your screen. All right. Now this is fairly simple, I think, because the dipole is given and the torque is also given. It's placed in the magnetic field such that it makes some angle. The energy of that dipole is asked. Okay. So you might be wondering, isn't magnetic dipole moment required? And what happened to the the magnetic field? That is also not given. No worries. See, torque is magnetic moment into magnetic field into sine theta because it is a cross product. Whereas the energy wise, okay, it is nothing but minus mb cos theta. Magnitude wise, if you see, it is just mb cos theta. So I think we'll be dealing more with the magnitude, I guess. So let's see. Anyways, point is that if I divide both of them, if I divide torque with the potential energy magnitude, mb will cancel. I am just left with sine theta divided by cos theta. And I think that is exactly what I need for solving the problem. The magnitude of the torque is basically 80 root 3. The potential energy which it makes, I do not know. Okay, this is all in magnitude terms. And sine theta by cos theta is obviously tan theta then. So we are just referring to tan of what is that angle which it is making, 60 degrees. And tan 60, like we all know, is root 3. So this is nothing but 80 root 3 divided by u. Root 3 cancels. So 80 will be nothing but u. So u is nothing but 80 joules, which is B option for IIT Bombay. Oh, yes, very good. Isn't it simple, guys? Just had to manipulate these two formulas and divide them. And you see, there is no requirement of magnetic moment nor the magnetic field. Yeah, that's all the manipulation that was required. Very good. Let's go to the next question on your screen. Wow, a question on errors and measurement. Physical quantity is given by S, P, Q, R cube, root T. Okay, find the percentage error in S if the percentage, I mean, how many times has this type of question repeated even in January, even last year? So guys, fairly simple question. What you need to do is write S in the power form where you express every physical quantity as powers. So P raised to 1, Q raised to 1, R raised to minus 3, root T means T raised to half, bring it on the top, it will become minus half. Now what you do is find the relative error in S. So relative error in S will be the power comes outside, so which is 1, and multiplied by the relative error of that quantity. 1 into, so I'll just skip writing that one, unnecessary. Minus 3 will not come as minus 3, it will come as plus 3. Always take the mod values. Okay, keep that in mind. So delta R by R 3 times, plus this will be half. So half times of delta T by T. Never ever take the negative values. But keep in mind, I will express this all in percentages. If I express any one in percentage, all of them have to be converted into percentages. So let's see, what do we get? Delta P by P. The error in P is 1. Okay, so this is 1% plus the error in Q is also 1%. Okay, put 1% over here. 3 times delta R by R. R has an error of 3%. So put 3% over here plus the last one has an error of 2%. So half times of 2%. So this will become 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2 plus 3, 3 is 9, and this will be nothing but 1. So this will be nothing but 12%, my dear students. So the answer is D. Okay. Some of you are writing B option. No, it is D for IIT Delhi. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, no. 9% is not correct. See, if you make a mistake by putting minus 3 here and minus half here, then you will get some other weird answer. So be very, very careful. Always put the mod values of the power because you are trying to find the maximum possible chance of error, because you do not know that when P is the highest value, maybe R is the lowest value. That will make the numerator big and denominator small, making S really, really big. So that is the reason why you have to take the worst of the worst case and try to find the maximum possible error. That's why you always take, that's why you always take the mod value. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead to the next question, my dear students, coming up on your screen. Here it is. What does it say? There is a medium of certain refractive index. The frequency of the light is 5 into 10 to the power 14. Okay. The wavelength of the light is, for wavelength frequency is given. I just need the speed of light. So my job is done. Okay, so what is the speed of light in any particular medium? It is the speed of light in vacuum upon the refractive index of that medium, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 standard velocity. Refractive index is nothing but 2. So that's the speed in that particular medium, of course. Now, the question is finding the wavelength. We know speed of any wave is the frequency multiplied by wavelength. Frequency is something which never changes. It always stays constant even when the medium changes. Keep that in mind. Frequency never changes. So it's the wavelength which changes when the medium changes, or the speed which changes. So this will be 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 2 is equal to frequency, which is 5 into 10 to the power 14, and this multiplied by lambda. So bring these people over there. So this will become 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 2 into 5 into 10 to the power 14. This will be lambda. Okay, 2 5s are 10. This will become 10 to the power 15, goes on the top. So lambda will become 3 into 10 to the power. How does it matter? I got the number 3, right? Whatever the power is, there is only one option with 3. So answer must be 300 nanometers. Don't waste your time even finding that 8 minus 15 also. Not needed also. Got it? Everybody? Yeah? Awesome. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. The answer is, yep, option B. Option B. There is no need to solve it for the powers of 10. Always remember that. Yep. Beautiful. Awesomeness. Yeah. Anyways, it would be 10 to the power minus 7. And if you put 2 zeros, it will become 10 to the power minus 9. So it will become 300 nanometers anyways. So it really doesn't matter. Okay. Cool. Shall we go ahead to the next question, guys? Coming up on your screen. Okay. Here is the next question. A capacitor is connected to a battery, then disconnected. Wow. C1 is now connected to an uncharged capacitor. The final voltage across C1 becomes 20 volts. So what do you think is C2? Okay. So let's draw it step by step so that we understand what really is happening. So see guys, there is a capacitor. I call it C1, which is 100 picofarad, and it is connected to a 60 volt battery. Connected to a 60 volt battery. So what will happen is there will be some charge stored in it. So there will be some charge stored in it, which will be capacitance into the voltage, which will be nothing but the capacitance multiplied by the voltage. And capacitance is 100 pico. Voltage is nothing but 60. So this will be 6000 pico coulomb. 100 into 0, yeah, 6000 pico coulomb is the charge which is stored. Let me keep it in pico for simplicity's sake. No harm in that. Now you disconnect that capacitor. You disconnect that capacitor. It still has that charge, but keep in mind you have brought in another capacitor now, which is completely uncharged, and the value of the capacitance is exactly what you have to find out, and now you are going to connect it. Now let's see what exactly happens when you connect it. The moment you connect it, this particular charge will get redistributed on both of them. Maybe this has some Q1, this has some Q2, and they together acquire a common voltage. It behaves as if they are in parallel. They are in parallel because whatever is the voltage across these 2 points will be across this capacitor, will also be across this capacitor. So both these capacitors C1 and C2 have the same voltage, and it is already mentioned that the potential across C1 becomes 20 volts. The potential across C1 becomes 20 volts. So that will be also the voltage across C2. Is that okay, everyone? Perfect. Now, since the voltages are same, voltages is going to be the same. Q is CV, V is Q by C. So 20 volts will be charge number 1 by C1. Perfect. Number 1. And I know how much is C1. C1 is 100 pico. 100 pico. So therefore, Q1 will be 20 into 100 will be 2000 pico coulomb. So out of 6000 picocoulomb, 2000 picocoulomb was on capacitor 1. Therefore, on capacitor 2, the charge will be 6000 minus 2000 picocoulomb. Is that right? Is that right? Which is nothing but 4000 picocoulomb. So 4000 picocoulomb is the charge on the capacitor numbered 2. But is that us? No, we have to find the capacitance number 2. Now, since we know Q is equal to CV, capacitance will be charge by voltage. And that charge is nothing but 4000 picocoulomb upon voltage is nothing but the same thing, 20. So 0 cancels, 400 by 2, that is going to be 200 picofarad. So that is capacitance number 2, which is option A, guys, which is option A. Very, very simple formulas, but you have to choose the formulas wisely at every single step. Okay, so what we just did, we used this capacitor, we found its charge. Now it was connected to an uncharged capacitor, so I know the charge will get distributed on both of them. The sum of Q1 and Q2 should give me 6000. So better to find Q2, to find C2. To find Q2, I will need Q1 because their sum is 6000. To find Q1, I used Q is CV relationship, capacitance was known, voltage will be same. So I found Q. From that Q, I found the other charge, and from that I found the other capacitance. So lot of multiple step question. This was, I think, a good question. Yeah, it is option A. Very good, guys. If you guys got this particular question, I'm really, really, really super duper proud of all of you. Okay, moving on to the next. Okay, I think, yeah, that's the number of questions. I think maybe one more question is there. Oh, yes. Yeah, there is one more question, I think, and over here also. Okay, let me just solve this particular question and the next question, and then I will hand it over to, Namrata ma'am. Okay, cool. So let's solve this particular question, guys. A block of mass 1 kg moving along the x-axis with certain speed enters a rough region ranging from 0.1 to 1.9. The retarding force is this much. Then the final speed of the block as it crosses the rough region is how much? Okay, just read the question. I'll just meanwhile message saying that I will be just done in some time. Okay, great. So how do we solve this particular question? Observe. It's moving with certain speed. It is going from this region to this region. The force is also acting. Then find the final speed as it crosses that rough region. Obviously, this force is going to do work. This is looking like a spring force only. F is minus kx. So all you need to do is say that the net work done by that particular force is the change in kinetic energy, which is your work kinetic energy theorem. So the work done is the integration basically. So integration of the force, which is minus kx, because it is in the opposite direction, into dx from the limits 0.1 to 0.9, that is force work done, which is integration of the force with displacement, because it is not a constant force and I have to integrate within this limits only, will be final kinetic energy, which means half into the mass, which is 1, into final speed square, minus half into mass into initial speed, which is nothing but 10 square. So you just do the integration, but k value is also given to be 1. That's the best part. So minus, it is just x dx from 0.1 to 0.9 is equal to v square minus, is that right? Okay, 10 square is 100, 100 by 2 is 50. That's it. So just integrate this, guys, and you will get the answer. This x's integration is x square by 2. So it will be 0.9 square by 2 minus 0.1 square by 2 is equal to v square minus 50. Okay, so 0.9 is basically 9 by 10. So that is 81 or 0.81 you can say. So this is nothing but 0.81. This is nothing but 0.01. This whole thing divided by 2 is equal to v square minus 50. Just solve this, guys, quickly and see what is the answer that you get. 0.81 minus 0.01 is just going to be 0.8 divided by 2, which is v square, and take that 50 on this side. Yeah, 50 plus this particular minus 50 will become plus 50 over there. Yep, just check this out. So that will be v square. From that, you find what is the value of v. Check it out and let me know quickly. Yeah, sir, 1.9. Is it? Oh, I took 0.9. My bad. So sorry. It was 1.9. I'm just changing this. Okay, so sorry. It was 1.9, not 0.9. So sorry. So this was 1.9. Sorry, guys. So redo the same thing. So this will be 1. I saw it as 0.9, my mistake. So 1.9 square by 2 minus 0.1 square by 2, correct? And this whole thing with a minus sign over here is equal to v square minus 50. So just evaluate this, you will get v square. From this, find the value of v now. Okay, that much part I think you'll be able to do. Is that okay, guys? Perfect. Everyone? Cool. Yeah, somebody is saying 10, somebody is saying something else. Guys, decide what is it. Is it 10 or is it 1 or 2 or 8? Just see if you are getting the answer as, I think, 8 meters per second, which is C option. Okay, just see if you are getting it as C option. That's what has been marked. If you think it is something else, please let me know in the comment section. All right, cool. So I think there is one more question which maybe I can do. Yeah, I will just do this particular question. Okay, so this particular question, guys, a bulb is rated 100 watt 220 volts connected to an AC supply. Find the peak current in the bulb. Find the peak current which is there in the bulb. Okay, let's try to understand it. The bulb is rated at the same voltage and it is connected to the same supply. That means the power consumed by the bulb will be exactly the same. So power is nothing but Vrms into IRMS. You can say Vrms into IRMS. So power is 100 and Vrms is nothing but 220 into IRMS. So from this, the RMS current is 100 by 220. But do not forget, RMS is the peak current divided by root. So therefore, the value of I naught will be 100 by 220 multiplied by root 2. 0, 0 cancels. 10 by 22 will become 5 by 11. Root 2 is 1.414 approximately. So what's the rough value that you are going to get? What's the rough value that you are going to get? Guys, 5 by 11 is close to half. This is very close to half. So almost half of 1.4. 14's half is 0.7 or 7. Basically 1.4's half is 0.7. So this will be slightly less than 0.7. So I think option B is the most closest answer. So it will be 0.64. So yes, 0.64 is the right answer. B option. Perfect. Very good. Awesomeness, awesomeness, awesomeness. Very nice, very nice. Great. So yeah, perfect, perfect, guys. And the final 10th question here it is on the screen. O2 minus and H plus are projected in a magnetic field perpendicular to the field with the same speed. Perpendicular with the same speed. Masses are different, mind it, and charges are also different. The radius of curvature of O2 minus will be less than H plus. E minus and P plus are projected in the same field perpendicular to the field with the same speed. The radius of curvature of E minus will be more than that of the proton. What do you think is the right answer? First of all, let's understand what is the relationship between the radius and everything else. So radius is mass into velocity by charge into the magnetic field. First, let's look at the second statement. If electron and proton, well, for the second statement, observe this. For electron and proton, charge on the electron is same as the charge on the proton. So the radius will be directly proportional to the mass. Radius will be directly proportional to the mass. Speed, charge, everything is the same. So who will have more radius? The one with more mass. So radius of electron will be more wrong. So radius of proton will be more than the radius of electron. Why? Because mass of proton is more than mass of electron and it is directly proportional. So definitely it won't be more. Statement 2 is wrong. Now, using the same logic, let's try to figure out for this guy. Here, the charge is also different and mass will also be different. Okay, so radius of oxygen by radius of hydrogen will be mass of oxygen, mass of what do you say, mass of hydrogen, and charge of hydrogen and charge of oxygen. Now, charge wise, hydrogen is 1 e charge magnitude, and charge of oxygen is nothing but 2e magnitude wise. We are talking about magnitudes. But do you think the mass ratio is going to be the same? Oxygen, guys, it's I think it is O2 minus. If it's a single atom, I'm assuming it will be 16, and if it is a single atom, this will be 1. So obviously, this is nothing but 8 times. Oxygen has more radius. The radius of curvature of oxygen will be more. It is saying less. So both are incorrect. Both the statements are incorrect. Is that right? Okay, perfect. So now I think Namrata ma'am will be coming through. Okay, so make sure you're smashing that like button, and we will be discussing the remaining questions in a bit as soon as I get more of them. But the questions seem very straightforward. Again, it doesn't seem like a very difficult shift. Okay, great, great. Okay. If it was same momentum, then obviously then you will multiply mass into velocity. Mass will not matter, only the charge will matter then, if momentum was given to be the same. Okay, so then it will be just inversely proportional to the charge. Is that okay? I think Arna, if that was the question, then you will just say inversely proportional to the charge, and charge obviously will be same for electron and proton, so radius will be same. But if it was oxygen, oxygen had, I think, more charge as compared to hydrogen, so then obviously the radius of oxygen will be different. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So starting off with the next subject, guys, all the best. Seeing you in a bit.
Hi students, so today's chemistry paper, right? So what is exactly your views on chemistry paper, right? So this is what students are asking. So as far as I have seen the paper, it's not like it's very tough, but I can't say that in attempt one, chemistry was still easy, but here I won't say chemistry is very tough. But yes, chemistry, good questions again they are asking. They are not asking very chintu-vintu kind of questions, right? Still, the level of question is good, but easily NCRT based questions they are asking. Directly from the NCRT, they are asking you questions, right? So let us see this. Some of the questions are very simple, some are to moderate level. Yes, okay. Now let us see that some students are also saying, ma'am, it's very, very tough because if you have not gone through NCRT questions of physical chemistry as well, then definitely you are going to find it difficult. But if your concepts are clear, then I don't think so you will find it difficult, right? So here first is find out the magnitude of work done in this process, right? So, acha, tell me one thing. Whenever they have given you some graph, okay? So, if some graph is given to you, then the area under that curve will give you the work done here, right? So work done is equals to, as you can see, this is going clockwise. For clockwise, it is going to be negative. So answer is going to be negative of area under the curve. If you see, this volume difference here is nothing but it is difference of 1000. And here it is the difference, that is 3. Till here it is area under the curve. Now, this is 1000 and this thing is 3. So it will be 1000 multiplied by 3, that is nothing but 3000. But now one thing they have asked you here, you have to calculate this in kilojoules. Okay. So if you want to calculate this in kilojoules, this thing will be in atmospheric liters. Okay. So if you want to convert it in joules, you have to multiply it by 101.3. Then this will be in joules. After that, you have to convert it into kilojoules. Yes, everybody? Everyone in the comment section. So now here, if you convert it into kilojoules, I think the answer will be somewhere around minus 300 into 101.3 into 10 raised per minus 3 kilojoules, right? If you solve this, that is going to be, this is 10, that will be cancelled out. So it is going to be, if I just divide it here, that is going to be minus of 303.6 something. Let me see what is the calculation that I did. 303,900. Okay, that was the game here. Then what you have to do, that was cancelled out. Then that will be multiplied by 10 raised per minus 3. That means it will be again divided by 1000 here. So these two will cancel out. It will be minus 303.9 kilojoule is going to be the answer. Right. So that was the integer based question. So nothing was there. It was just the calculation of units. That's it. Okay. Otherwise the question was very, very simple. Right. Now, next is approximately, because you have to write it in the integer. So here you will write it as 304 kilojoule is the correct answer. Right? Okay, because it is 0.9, so it will correspond to 304 only. Let me just turn on the AC. By that time, you see this here. That is amount of magnesium required to liberate this much milliliter of H2 at HCP. Now, if you see, they are asking that you have Mg, right? There is HCl, which is going to give you H2, right? When reacted with HCl. Okay? So that is going to give you H2 plus that is going to give you MgCl2, because this is a metal that reacts with acid. It will liberate. When a metal reacts with acid, it will give you the salt here plus H2 here. Isn't it? Yes, everybody, isn't it? Now, after this, very good, the answer is A is the correct answer. Balance it out, it will be this. Now, amount of magnesium required to liberate in milligrams. See, they are asking you this in milligrams. Okay, required to liberate this much liter of H2. So, regarding, this is a question based on stoichiometry. Here, you can calculate the number of moles of H2, which is equals to, this is in milliliters, right? So if you convert this into liters, let's calculate this in milliliters only. So if this is in milliliters, that is 224. So here it will be 22400. That is going to be 0.01 mole. Okay. Now, as you can see here, the stoichiometry is 1. Here also the stoichiometry is 1. The comparison is between Mg and H2. So that means this is going to be the number of moles of Mg. And what they are asking you, beta, this is also a very simple question. What they are asking is the amount of magnesium. Amount of magnesium is what? Mass of magnesium is equals to weight of magnesium multiplied, this will be molar mass of magnesium, right? And this will be the number of moles of magnesium, right? Okay, that will be the mass, then that will be in grams, you have to convert it into milligrams. Okay, yes everybody, yes everybody, right? So how do you solve this? Number of moles of not number of moles, mass of Mg. Number of moles is calculated to be 0.01 multiplied by 24. That will be in grams here, right? So that will be 0.24 grams, right? When you convert it into milligrams, that will be 240 milligrams. No, answer is C, not A. Answer is C is the correct answer. Okay? So answer will be C is the correct answer, that is 240 milligrams. So what we did, we just simply applied stoichiometry here, nothing else. So that was not a very tricky kind of question, so very direct question it was, right? Next question is, among scandium, titanium. Now can you see one thing here? These four metals are given to you, calculate the spin only magnetic moment. in +2 oxidation state of metal which has highest heat of atomization. So heat of atomization, they have asked previously also one question on that. Here also they are asking, so see that table is very, very, very important of DNF block where all the properties are mentioned of 3D series. Okay, so highest is titanium. So titanium has the highest, among these it has the highest heat of atomization. So titanium 2 positive. We know that titanium is nothing but it is 22, right? So it is 4s2 3d2, right? Titanium 2 positive is nothing but it is 3d2. That means number of unpaired electron is 2. So mu is equals to under root n plus 2. Either you can calculate it like this or directly if it is 2, mu will be 2.7 or 2.8. So approximately it is going to be in integer it is going to be 3. So answer is going to be 3 is the correct answer. You call it 2.7, 2.8, that will be approximate answer. And the integer value will be 3. Okay, understood? Next question we have the correct IUPAC name now they are asking. So see, question based on IUPAC naming, who is saying that this was tough, right? So here it is. If you see, the numbering will definitely, you have one benzene, you have COH, numbering will definitely start from this benzene, which is giving highest number to the COH. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So why I have not numbered it like this? Because I want more substituents to get lower number, lower locant rule. Okay, lowest locant rule. So here, first is benzoic acid, that is everywhere, right? So we have to eliminate. You have 3 bromo, you have 3 bromo, you have 5 bromo here, eliminated. You have 6 bromo here, that is eliminated. Here you have 2 hydroxy, yes, 2 hydroxy, 5 nitro, yes, 5 nitro. But you have to write it alphabetically. First it will be B, then it will be H, then it will be N. So answer is, this is also eliminated. Answer is B is the correct answer. You have to answer it alphabetically, okay? You have to answer it alphabetically, right? Okay. Next is, okay, that will be B is the correct answer. Let me just mark it for you, right? Now, achha, who will tell me now? This I would consider till now, so this was actually a good question. Matlab, it is a good question that still you have to think that what you are going to do here, right? So if you see this KOH, heat, this, you have 2 carbonyl carbons here. So what you can do here? Either aldol or Cannizzaro reaction. But ma'am, on the alpha, there is no alpha carbon here. You have alpha carbon, but that is sp2 hybridized. That means aldol condensation is not possible. Right? There is Cannizzaro condensation that is possible. In Cannizzaro condensation, what we do after adding KOH and hydrolysis, one is converted into alcohol, other is converted into carboxylic salt. Other is converted into carboxylic acid, or you can say carboxylic salt. Now the question is, ma'am, whether this will be converted to alcohol or this will be converted to alcohol. So remember one simple trick here for Cannizzaro reaction, that the one that is less hindered, that will be on the side of COOH, that is this thing. Now, which is less hindered here? Can anybody tell me which is less hindered? This one is less hindered. This one is less hindered, right? So that is why this will be converted to C double bond OH. This is more hindered, so this will be converted to COH. So here you will have COH and here you will have COH. So answer is A is the correct answer. Okay? Understood? Okay? Less hindered will be COH. Right? That's it. Simple, easy question. If you know this thing, then it is easy. If you don't know this thing, then definitely, beta, you are going to get confused between, wait a minute. E and C both are same, na? Arre. I think by mistake, A and C both are same. Okay? You can just write it C double bond OH only. To differentiate between this and this, you can just write it down. Otherwise, so A and C both are same only here. है ना? हाँ. So answer will be, this is the correct answer. Right? Okay. C is also same. That I just saw typing mistake maybe. Next is at 715. Acha, this question we have done this already. In yesterday's shift, I think in the first shift we have done this. Yesterday first shift. Do you remember this question? Can I NCRT question that I told you? Same question. Have we done this? How many of you were able to answer this directly? Right? So what we did here, everybody, chalo. So let us just shift it this side. So when you solve this, first is this much of pressure at this volume of N2 evolved was 80 milliliter by this much sample of organic compound. Percentage of nitrogen aqueous tension is given to you. So that means pressure of N2 is going to be 715 minus 700, that is minus 15, that is going to be 700 here, right? This is in mm of Hg. To convert it into atmospheric, you will divide it by 760, right? So that is in atmospheric. We know that PV is equals to nRT. So number of moles you need to calculate here. Okay? So number of moles of N2 will be equals to PV by RT. Okay? So now P is given to us, that is 700 by 760. Beta, what is the volume given to you? Evolved was in 80 milliliters. Now this is given in milliliters. You have to convert it into liters. Okay? Yes, students, you have to convert it into liters here. Okay? Why to convert it into liters? Because if this is in, let's say, atmospheric, that has to be in liters. Okay? So that will be 80 by 1000. R is what? R I always tell you, for liter atmospheric, it is 821. Okay? That will be 1 by, then you can multiply it by temperature, that is given to be 300. Okay? Now, till here you have the number of moles of N2. You can do the calculation here. After this, how to calculate the mass? Because they are asking you the percentage. Right? Mass of N2 is going to be number of moles of N2 multiplied by 28. That is a molar mass of N2. Right? Percentage of N2, beta, directly this is Dumas method. Okay? So, Dumas method, Jildal method, Carrier's method, all these are very important. Every shift they are asking you one question based on this. Not only in this attempt, also in the previous attempt, right? So, percentage of N2 is going to be number of moles of N2 multiplied by the molar mass divided by total organic sample weight, that is 0.4 multiplied by 100, right? So, you put all these values, you will get your answer. Anybody who has done this? Anybody who has done this, let me know in the comment section. So, after solving, you will get your answer as E is the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody? After solving everything, you will get your answer as E is the correct answer. Is that clear? Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, let us see how many of you are able to solve this question. Now, this I would say was a little bit out of syllabus, right? Okay, because this is basically from polymers. First, tell me if that was actually there in the exam or not. Okay? Was it there in the exam or not? Was it there in the exam or not? So, let me tell you what was that. Wet clothes made up of cellulose. So, cellulose, beta, it is made up of glucose. Now, cellulose is water loving. Okay? It is hydrophilic in nature. Okay? And what about this nylon? Nylon is hydrophobic. That means it hates water. It is water repellent in nature. So they are saying that the one who is very close to water, and when we try to dry something, we want to evaporate it. So they are saying wet clothes made up of cellulose based on carbohydrates take comparatively longer time to dry. No, they will take, wait a minute, longer time to dry. Yes, definitely they will take longer time to dry. It's like you are very close to water and someone takes away water from you. You're like, no, I don't want water to go away from me. Right? They're like, okay, I want water. Sun is like, I want water. I'm like, no, I love water. I will not give water to you. Right? So that is how they will take extra time, longer time, right? So that is true. है ना? Next is, that's why cotton clothes, they take more time to get this. If you have done this in lower classes also, this we have seen. Okay. Next is intramolecular hydrogen bonding with water molecule is more in nylon based clothes than cotton clothes. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding is firstly present in both the cases, but cellulose, that is cotton based cloth, has more intramolecular hydrogen bonding as compared to nylon. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is false, so answer is C is the correct answer. Okay, है ना? So if they have asked you this question, then I can say that was not good on the part of NTA, because this question and this question you can easily get confused, because that is if polymers would have been in your syllabus, then I would say, but now this question if they have asked, then that was not good, है ना? So wait a minute, I think that they have marked it wrong. Better the marking of this question is wrong. This is C answer is the correct answer. Okay, C answer is the correct answer. Wait a minute. I think that was the next question. Oops, so sorry. So sorry. That was the next question. I didn't see that. I thought statement based, maybe some other statement only. Okay, here it is some other statement based question, that is, hyperconjugation is not a permanent effect. Temporary effect is temporary permanent effect. Okay, when you talk about permanent effect, it is a permanent effect. Hyperconjugation, inductive effect, resonance, all these are permanent effects only. Electromagnetic effect is not a permanent effect, right? So that is why this statement is false here. Then in general, greater the number of alkyl groups attached to the positively charged carbon, greater is the hyperconjugation interaction. So that is also true, right? So if you see this here, see, for example, this is the carbocation that we are looking for. It has one alkyl group. Here you will have only 3 alpha hydrogen. You have 2 alkyl groups, you will have 6 alpha hydrogen. You have 3 alkyl groups, you will have 9 alpha hydrogen. More the number of alpha hydrogen, more is the stability. That means this statement is true. So answer first is false and second is correct here, right? First is false and second is correct. First is true. Hyperconjugation not a permanent is true. No. This will be first is false, right? And second is true. Okay, because I can't see any statement where first is false. So here it will be false, first is false and second is true. So they are saying E is the correct option, ma'am. Okay, so answer, this will be correct, in which you will have first as the false and second as the true. Okay. Okay, I think that was the last. That is the last question. After this, Namrata ma'am is going to join for mathematics, right? And after that, I'll come with more questions of your chemistry, right? The team is typing the questions right now. Fat soluble vitamin is, see, fat soluble vitamin is KEDA, KEDA. Okay, KEDA is fat soluble. Vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin A. Right, so here in this, you have only vitamin K, that is going to be fat soluble, right? This the ma'am we know, ma'am. Very simple, ma'am. Right? Okay. Yes. Wait a minute. Let me just see if Namrata ma'am is ready. Okay. By that time, how many of you are preparing for JEE Advanced? Let me know in the comment section. How many of you are preparing for JEE Advanced and how many of you are thinking of backup options, preparing for backup options like KCET, Comet K? Write it down in the comment section. What is your next goal after JEE Mains? In the next month, what you are going to do, there must be some goal, right? So you can't just sit here. If your JEE Mains paper went really good, you should prepare for JEE Advanced. If your JEE Mains paper was not at all good, then what you should do, you should prepare for the backup exams here. And for that, we have this thing for you. First, you better like this session here. Let us see how many likes you have given to this team. Very less likes you have given. So like this session, students. And here, if you guys are preparing for JEE Advanced after this, then this is the book for you, which is JEE Rank Accelerator book for JEE Advanced, right? So for physics, chemistry and mathematics, it is available at just 1665 it is available, right? Very important, very tricky, twisted questions you will see in this. And if you want some batch where we can solve these questions along with you, so this Eklavya batch is specially designed for JEE Advanced, where classes are absolutely live sessions are there, right? So all the discussions will be in the class itself, previous year questions, Eklavya questions, practice, DPPs, everything will be in the class itself. This is still going on, okay? And then for those students who are like, ma'am, I am not, yes, I can see, ma'am, WB, JEE, then ma'am, VIT, Triple E. So if you're preparing for other exams, then what you can see here is these test series. Can you see? KCT test series, Comet K, JEE Last, BitSat, ISR. These are different test series. If you are specifying to some exam, if you're like, ma'am, I want to give all the exams here, then you can go to this extra mile engineering test series over here. This is the extra mile engineering test series, which covers MST, KCT, VIT, Triple E, EM, ISR, SRM, KII, WB, BitSat, Comet K, all the exams, important exams are covered here that I can see in the comment section. That will include all the test series here. But if you have a specific love for some college, for some university, then these are the individual test series which are available to you, because see students, the syllabus is quite similar, little bit different, right? The level of difficulty is different, right? Little bit different the syllabus is. So going through the theory again and again and again will not make it, because in JEE mains you have done enough. Now see the extra parts that are there in these exams according to the syllabus and go through these test series, okay? Yes, everyone. Now I'll just call Namrata ma'am here. Okay? Yes, everybody. Chalo.
Hello, Ninja Warriors. So we've got a couple of questions from mathematics. Again, mathematics is not that coming out of the box. So predictable paper, I would say predictable questions. Let's start with the very first question, right? So this is again, I would say this question is from limits chapter. Now, you know what? Limits may previously, like before COVID, they used to give a lot of questions from limits, but you know what? If I talk about since 2023, 2024, these 2 years, and even in January attempt, they have given less questions from limits. Now this question is from 1 raised to power infinity form, everybody. Which form is this? Because if you have studied from me, I have always told you that the moment you see limit question, what do? You check the form of that limit. So if you put x equals to 0, see, let me just write. The question is tan x upon x. This is 1 by x square, limit x tend to 0. Okay, this is equals to p, and they are asking about 96 ln p. This is the question. Okay. Now, as per the question, if I put x equals to 0, this is tan 0 by 0. Tan 0 by 0 is 1, and power 1 upon 0 square is infinity. So this is 1 by 1 raised to power infinity form. How to tackle 1 raised to power infinity form? It will be e raised to power 1 raised to power infinity, right? E raised to power 1 by x square will come in front, and you need to subtract 1 from the base. So power will come in front, and you need to remove 1 from the base. Okay, so tan x by x minus x. This is your limit. This is your p. Now you just have to solve it. So p over here is nothing but tan x minus x upon x cube. Okay, and this limit tan x minus x upon x cube. This is the standard limit which I have told you in my sessions as well. Please remember this limit. This is e raised to power 1 by 3. This is your p. So p value is e raised to power 1 by 3, 96 ln, and this is e raised to power 1 by 3 is 96 upon 3. That is going to give you 32. 32 is the correct answer of this question. Everybody, yes, getting it, understanding it. First question, I think if you know how to tackle 1 raised to power infinity form, and if you know the value of this standard limit, you will be able to crack this question very, very nicely. The next question is from relations. You know what? NTA has shown the interest in relations topic as well. This year, we are seeing in each and every shift of January. We are seeing in each and every shift of April. So now you should know that relations is something, and that too they want to make sure that they are asking questions on number of ordered pair. Number of ordered pair in this relation, number of ordered pair to be added to make this relation reflexive, number of ordered pair to be added to make this relation symmetric. These type of questions is what they are asking, okay. Now as per the question, A is the set, okay. A is the set. A is a relation are defined in such a way that y is equals to maximum of x comma 1. Maximum of x comma 1, okay. So basically what they are saying is, suppose I start with x equals to minus 3. So minus 3 comma minus 3. If x is minus 3, okay, then y will be equals to maximum of minus 3 comma 1. Now you tell me, what is maximum? Minus 3 or 1? Obviously 1 is maximum, so minus 3 comma 1. So this is your relation. I am trying to build the relation. So if your x is minus 3, your y is coming out as 1. If your x is minus 2, then minus 2 comma 1, this is minus 2 comma 1. If your x is minus 1, then between minus 1 and 1, which is the maximum? Ma'am, 1 is the maximum. Then you are having x equals to 0, between 0 and 1, which is the maximum? 1, ma'am, 1, okay. Then if you put x equals to 1, between 1 and 1, both are equal, so 1 comma 1. Then if you put x equals to 2, between 2 comma 1, between 2 comma 1, which is maximum? 2, so 2 comma 2. And then we have, if you put x equals to 3, between 3 comma 1, which is maximum 3. So this is your relation. So number of ordered pair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number of ordered pairs sitting inside my relation is 7. See, number of elements in the relation is n. So n is coming out as 7. Everybody, yes? Okay, clear? Now, n to I have L and M. What is L? What is M? So L is nothing but number of elements required to make this relation reflexive. So this relation should have minus 3 comma 3, which is not there. So we need to add minus 3 comma 3. Then we need to add minus 2 comma 2, which is also absent. Then minus 1 comma minus 1 is also absent. 0 comma 0 is also absent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ordered pairs I want to add so that I will make this relation reflexive. So your M, if I talk, sorry, L is equals to 4, and similarly your M is what? Number of ordered pairs to be added to make this relation symmetric now, okay? So minus 3 comma 1. So we need 1 comma minus 3, okay? We need 1 comma minus 2 as well. We need 1 comma minus 1 as well. So 1, 2, 3. Then 1 comma 0, 4. So basically again this is also 4. So let me, yes, 4 plus 4 plus 7. So 4 plus 4 plus 7 will be what? 15 is the correct answer. So correct answer of this question is equals to 15. Okay, 15 is the answer. Getting it? Understanding it? Yes? Okay. Alright, next question on your screen. Any guesses? Okay. So this question is from integration. Definite integration, and you know what, I have told you this question about this question multiple times. Whenever you see, okay, let me write it now, okay. Whenever we see x and trigonometry together, what do you do? Apply King's property, okay. And this King's property, we can skip a couple of steps just by this ninja technique, hashtag ninja technique says that if you apply King's property and add, so this is suppose I integration. So this is your first equation. Now if I replace x by pi minus x, so x will be replaced by pi minus x. Can you see cos square will remain cos square, sin square will remain sin square. So if you apply King's property and add, I am skipping the steps. So I is equals to 1 by 2, 0 to pi, x will be gone. Because King's property mein pi minus x cancel. So this is 8 pi 1 upon 4 cos square plus sin square dx. This is what you will get. So I is equals to what? 4 pi 0 to pi, right? Dx upon 4 cos square x plus sin square x. Now what to do? Now we just need to integrate. At least we got rid of this algebra part. What do we do with x? Okay. So now this is the clear cut question when we put tan x is equals to t. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply and divide the numerator and the denominator by sec square. So now if you put tan x is equals to t, sec square x dx will be equals to dt. Okay, so this is I will be equals to 4 pi. Sec square dx will be dt whole upon, this is 4 cos square into sec square, 4 plus sin square upon cos square will be tan square, tan is t square. Now also, if you put tan x is equals to t, right? If tan x is t, then t, when x is 0, your t is also 0. When x is pi, your t is also, so tan pi is what? T, tan pi, so this is again 0, okay, alright. So 0 to 0, but what we need to do is, this is actually, or what we can do is, let's just integrate it, okay. So 4 pi dt upon, so this is 4 pi tan inverse, so this is t square plus, so 1 by a, 1 by 2 tan inverse t by 2, and just apply this 0 to pi. 0 to pi will not work for you. So what do you do? 0 to pi by 2, and there is a 2 multiplication. Let's do this. 2 to cancel. So 4 pi. Okay. Answer will be 4 pi if you put pi by 2 over here. Okay. So this is tan x. So this is what? Tan inverse tan x by 2. So you put pi by 2, so you'll get infinity, then again pi by 2. So yes, pi by 2. So this is going to become 2 pi square. 2 pi square is matching with option C. Everybody, yes? Okay. All right. Yes. So there is some over here, you might get stuck because the moment you put tan x is equals to t, your limit will be 0 to 0, which is not possible, right? So what you need to do is you need to break the limit. So what will you do? 0 to pi is there now. So what I'm going to do is 0 to pi by 2, and I'm going to multiply a 2 over here. Then this question will make more sense. Okay. All right. The next question. Now this question is actually a little bit different question. You need to understand this question. Okay. So this might be there in tomorrow's shift as well. Different category question. If you don't know what is this, then you will not be able to solve it. Okay, first of all, what I'm going to do is Tn, I am going to write Tn, general term. Okay, so I can see that the second term is having 1 factorial. Okay, third term is having 2 factorial. Nth term will be having n minus 1 factorial. Got it? Yes. And over here, the nth term, see, second term is having 2 terms. Third term is having 3 terms. So n terms will be having n terms. So 1 plus 3 plus 5. How many terms? N terms. Now you must be remembering that shortcut, that sum of first odd natural numbers. First n odd natural numbers. Sum of first n odd natural numbers is nothing but n square. So this is n square, n minus 1 factorial. Now here what we need to do is a little bit manipulation to sort this out. I am going to subtract 1 and add 1. So n square minus 1 plus 1, so that I can isolate. Now n plus 1 n minus 1 in place of this, and plus 1 upon n minus 1 factorial upon n minus 1 factorial. This is your Tn, correct? Now, this n minus 1 factorial, see, n minus 1 factorial over here can be written down as what? N minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial, so that this is gone. So, finally, Tn will be what? N plus 1 upon n minus 2 factorial plus 1 upon n minus 1 factorial. Correct? Okay, we've got this. Now again, see, this is n minus 2, this is n plus 1. Not fair, right? So what you need to do is, you need to subtract 2, minus 2 and plus 2, so that n minus 2 will be here. So this is n minus 2 upon, this n minus 2 factorial will be n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial plus, this is 3 upon n minus 2 factorial, and the last term, which is 1 upon n minus 1 factorial. We are just keeping on solving until you get only the constant in the numerator. Can you see my pattern? What I am trying to achieve? Ma'am, what are you even solving? I am trying to create constant in the numerator. So now your general term has become something which is 1 upon n minus 3 factorial and plus 3 upon n minus 2 factorial. Let me just not write it over here. Tn is actually 1 upon n minus 3 factorial plus 3 upon n minus 2 factorial plus 1 upon n minus 1 factorial. Now what do you want? You want to calculate sum, right? So sum of the first term, you apply sigma. Sigma Tn, here also sigma, here sigma, here sigma. So summation of this will be E. Summation of this will be 3E and summation of this will be also E. This is going to be 5E. Now don't get shocked. Don't get shocked, ma'am. Where from where this E came? Let me tell you. E power x will be what? 1 plus x by factorial 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 and so on all the way up to infinity. Right? Okay. Now, if you put x is equals to 1, you will get 1 plus 1 by 1 factorial plus 1 by 2 factorial, 1 by 3 factorial. So, that's it. Can you see if you start putting n is equals to 3, n is equals to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, this is becoming this summation E. This is 3 times E, this is 1 time E. So, that is why 5E. Option C is absolutely correct. Okay, all right. Are we ready for the next question, my dear students? Are we up for it? Are we ready for it? Everybody? Yes? Again, same question, linear differential equation in Y. Similar type of question is what they are giving already. Now, this question, this is equal to, okay. So, yes, dy by dx, let me rewrite it again, dy by dx plus 3y if you take common, it will be 1 plus tan square x, which is sec square x. Easy question they are giving, okay. On the right hand side, we are having again sec square x, okay, all right. Okay, now we need to solve this. So, first of all, integrating factor. Integrating factor is e power sec square x dx. So, this is going to give you what? E power sec square x. I just hate this text. Sec square x dx. Integration of sec square x. Anybody? Yes. Integration of sec square x is tan x, right? Okay. So, this is, and 3, actually 3 sec square x, right? So, e power 3 tan x is your integrating factor. Y into integrating factor is equals to integration of q. So, q is your sec square x into integrating factor e power 3 tan x dx plus c. So, y into e power 3 tan x is equals to, now e power 3 tan x, you put tan x is equals to t. So, this will become dt. So, e power 3t integration is e power 3t upon 3. Direct I have done, direct. Okay, so this is what your integration is. Now, as per the question they are giving, it is a slightly blur, but let me rewrite it for you. F of 0 is equals to e cube by 3 plus 1. E cube by 3 plus 1, correct? So just put x is equals to 0, you will get your answer. X is equals to 0. So this is y, and x equals to 0, 1 by 3 plus c, correct? Okay. And f of 0 will be what? F of 0 will be e cube by 3 plus 1. E cube by 3 plus 1. Okay. So constant term is e cube by 3 minus 2 by 3. This is your constant term. What are they asking? F of pi by 4. So now f of pi by 4 is what? So y pi by 4, e cube is equals to e cube by 3 plus c, which is e cube by 3 minus 2 by 3. So y is coming out as 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 e cube. Okay. So this is 2 by 3 if you take common. So this is going to give you 1 minus, which answer is correct? Wait. So this plus sign, but I am getting minus sign. So option B. Hold on. 1 minus 1 by 3 is plus 2 by 3. Yes. So C is plus 2 by 3. So this is plus 2 by 3. Absolutely, absolutely B is correct. Okay. All right. Clear? Yes. Next question on your screen, question number 7. Okay. Question number 7. Okay. Area bounded by mod x minus y less than or equals to y. Okay. So we need to tackle this. Modulus, inequality, so many things. Okay. So this is double inequality. How to tackle modulus inequality? This is first inequality and this is your second inequality. We'll talk about it one by one. Okay. So left hand side inequality, mod of x minus y is less than or equals to y. Let's solve it out. Okay. Now if I just see that x is greater than or equals to y. For x is greater than or equals to y, x minus y is less than or equals to y, because modulus will get open with a positive sign only if x is greater than or equals to y. So clearly x less than or equals to 2y, this is the curve, or you can say y greater than or equals to x by 2. So this is what we need to plot in this interval. Okay, second. Now see, if your x is less than y, no? So y minus x less than or equals to y, x is greater than or equals to 0. Okay, so for x less than y, x is greater than or equals to 0. This is done, and now this is so easy. Y is less than or equals to 4 root x. So this is actually a parabola, and that too a rightward opening parabola. Now is the time I should plot the curve. Okay, let's plot the curve. Let's first plot this parabola. So parabola is rightward opening parabola, correct? So this is going to give you rightward opening parabola, but only in first quadrant. Why? Because x is positive and y is also positive. So this is the parabola. Done. Okay, rightward opening parabola, because square will be on the y. That is why. Okay, and now the next thing. For x greater than or equal to y. See, x equal to y will be this line. This is the line x is equals to y. Okay, x equals to y will be this line, correct? Okay. Now x will be greater than or equal to y will be this region. In this region, we only have to consider y greater than or equals to x by 2. Now y equal to x by 2, let's plot. So this is y is equals to x by 2. So this is your y is equals to x by 2 line. Okay, and this is white color. Let me just do it. The intersection point also we can figure it out. Y is equals to x by 2 and this. So let us just solve it out. Y is equals to x by 2. I just want to know the intersection point. Y square is equals to 16x. Correct? So this is x square by 4 is equals to 16x. So x will be equals to 0 comma x will be equals to what? 4. X is 4. The moment you write x is equals to 4, right or wrong? X is equals to 64. X is 64. So this point is 64. The moment you put x is equals to 64 over here, so 8 4s are 32, 64 comma 32. So now y is greater than or equals to x by 2. So only this area, in this particular area, this is the area. Okay, this is the area. We are looking for this area. Okay, and the next thing, this is x for x less than y. For x less than y. Now x less than y is this area. Okay, x, this is x greater than or equals to y. This is x greater less than y. So this is y axis. So this is your y axis. Okay, so we are looking for this area. Now what are we going to do? See, the area will be, see, this is the area. So there are two areas over here. So we can see this is also a line y is equals to x. I want to know this point also. So this is y is equals to x line. So y is equals to x and this. So this is going to give you, if you put y is equals to x equals to y, and y square is equals to 16x. So just put x square. So x is equals to 16. So this is 16. Okay. So now integration of 0 to 16. This is the point 16, correct? 0 to 16, and you need to integrate what? Upper curve. So this is x minus x by 2. So x minus x by 2 will be x by 2 dx. 0 to 16, only this area is what you are looking for. X minus x by 2, upper curve minus lower curve. After that, 16 to 64. 16 to 64, what is happening? So you need to, upper curve will be this, which is 4 root x minus lower curve is x by 2. You just need to solve this integration and you need to get the answer correct. So correct answer is option B. Okay. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Clear. 7th question done nicely. Now 8th question. Okay, next question. This is again we did the same question on 1st April. Just go and watch the lecture of mathematics, the combined session PCM. Mathematics was the last portion. Just go and check it out. We have done a similar category question over there. What do we do in this and what is this question all about? First of all, binomial theorem question. Okay, now as per the question, this expansion is having 1 plus a1 plus a2 x square and all the way up to whatever. Okay, 20. Then what are they asking? See, let me write 1 plus x square raised to power 10. What is the highest power? Can anybody tell me? Highest will be x raised to power 20. So this is 1 plus a1x, sorry, this is x, plus a2x square and all the way up to a20 x raised to power 20. You are only looking for, can you see, odd number of a1, a3, a5. So what you need to do is put x is equals to 1. The moment you put x is equals to 1, this is 3 power 10, 1 plus a1 plus a2 plus a3 and all the way up to a20 is with you. Now put x is equals to minus 1. The moment you put minus 1, this is 1 minus a1. So put minus 1. 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled out, minus 1 square. So this is 1 power 10, only 1. Now this is 1 minus a1 plus a2 minus a3 and all the way up to plus a20. What do you want? Do you want odd coefficients or even coefficients? You want odd coefficients. So you need to subtract. Because if you add, then a1 will get cancelled out. You don't want that. Okay. So subtract. 3 power 10 minus 1 is equals to, if you subtract, this is cancelled out, this is cancelled out. A20 is also gone. So you are left out with 2 times a1 plus a3 plus a5 all the way up to a19. Okay. This 2 will go here. But there are one more thing they are asking. See, a1 to a19 so you have got. But you have to subtract minus 11a2. Minus 11a2. Now, this is something which is really catchy. Okay. But not that difficult as well. If you know the trick. Okay. So, the trick is to calculate a2. It's altogether a different journey. Okay. So, let me just write this thing again. 1 plus x square raised to power 10 is 1 plus a1x plus a2x square and on. I want a2 from here. What we need to do is differentiate. My dear students, you need to differentiate. 10 will come in front. 1 plus x square power 9. Chain rule. If you differentiate the internal function once again, 2x, 1 plus 2x or 2x plus 1. On the right hand side, if you differentiate, derivative of 1 is 0 plus A1 plus 2A2x and so on, which I am not interested in. Okay, other terms will also be there. Now, if you put x equals to 0, you will get A1, but you don't want A1, you want A2. So, you need to differentiate again. See, this is differentiation and you need to differentiate again. Differentiate again with respect to x. Now, I am going to apply product rule. 10, 1, so 10 into 9, so 90. Product rule, 90, 1 plus x square. Okay, 1 plus x square. Now, again differentiate. So, this is 1 plus 2x. 1 plus 2x is already kept constant, product rule, plus this time 10, 1 plus, this is 8. 10, 1 plus x square, power 9 is kept constant and derivative of this is 2. On the right hand side, 0 plus derivative of this is 0 again, plus this is 2a2, plus there will be more terms which will be having x, okay, a3, a4, but it will be multiplied by x. Now put x is equals to 0. The moment you put x is equals to 0, 90, 1 power 8 into 1 into x is equals to 0 is also 1 plus 10. If you put x equals to 0, so 10 into 2 is equals to, on the right hand side, this will be 2a2 because rest everything will be something multiplied with x. X is 0, so everything will be 0. Yes, yes, micro. We have already given the thumbnail and everything for VIT EEE. Monday there will be session. Monday onwards there will be session for VIT EEE. Now this is what 20. So 110 is equals to 2a2. A2 is nothing but 55. A2 is 55, my dear students. So A2 55. So clearly this is your thing. Okay. So 3 power 10 minus 1 upon 2 minus 11 into 55. So this is what your answer will look like. Okay, all right, yes. Are we ready for the next question? Next question is from complex number geometry. Okay, complex number geometry. And you know what? Every student asks me when I teach complex number, ma'am, will you teach geometry? Will you teach geometry? And geometry is not that difficult also. The only thing about geometry you need to know is mod of z minus z naught is nothing but distance between z and z naught. If you know that, majority of geometry based question on complex number you will be able to do. Okay, as per this question, A, B, C, Z1, Z2, Z3, A, B and C are the vertices of an equilateral triangle where Z naught is the centroid. So this is your Z naught, which is centroid of the triangle, and mod Z1 minus Z2. That means distance between Z1 and Z2 is given as 1. Distance between Z1 and Z2 means side of equilateral triangle will be 1. If one side is 1, all the sides will also be 1. Then the value of sigma Z1 minus Z0 square. So basically, if C is the centroid, G is the centroid, what are they asking? Z1 minus Z0 ka square plus, that means distance between square of distance. So AG square, they are asking AG square plus BG square plus CG square. Now AG in an equilateral triangle, tell me one thing, AG, BG, CG all are equal. So they are talking about 3AG square. Very easy question. Okay. Now that you know that this is your BG, you are calculating BG or AG. Okay, so this is a thing, and if you drop a perpendicular, so this is a median because centroid is there, no? This is a median. So this length is half. This is 30 degree. So in this triangle, if I apply cos 30 degree, tell me what will happen. Cos 30 degree will be, ma'am, half upon BG. So 1 by 2 into BG. Cos 30 degree is 1 by root 3 is equals to, root 3 by 2, Root 3 by 2 is equals to 1 by 2 BG. 2 cancel, BG is nothing but 1 by root 3. That is going to be AG or CG. So AG 3 times 1 by root 3 square. Tell me, this is 1. Option A is absolutely right. Easiest question or not? Okay, easiest question or not? Yes? Okay. Alrighty, clear. Next question, are we ready? This is from application of derivatives. Modulus is involved. Easy question. It's just that you need to plot the graph of this curve. Okay, that's it. So now this is the function. Okay, critical points. What are the critical points? Tell me. What are the critical points? So critical points are those points when modulus becomes 0. Okay. So modulus is becoming 0 at x equals to -2, 0, but one more modulus is there. How many modulus can you see? 3. So one modulus, say you will get -2, another modulus is 0, but there is third modulus also. And inside the modulus, what is written? Mod x plus 2 minus 2 mod x. So I want to make it 0, so I want to check when exactly they are going to be equal. Okay. So this is so easy, just remove the modulus. X plus 2 is equals to 2x. So over here x is equals to 2. X is nothing but 2. So this is again 2 is also a critical point, and x plus 2 is equals to minus 2x, because modulus will get open with a negative sign also, right? So x plus 2 is equals to 3x is equals to minus 2x is equals to minus 2 by 3. So you have minus 2 by 3 as well. You have minus 2 by 3 as well. Okay. All right. So what you need to do is you need to break this function. Okay. Just break this function over here. So first of all, case number 1, when your x is less than or less than minus 2. See, when your x is less than minus 2. X being less than minus 2, that means, or what you can do is, let's start from here. X is greater than or equals to 2. X is greater than or equals to 2. Okay. See, what I'm trying to do is, see over here, if I draw a line, this is x is equals to 2, plotting all the critical points over here. X is equals to 2. In this region, your x is greater than or equals to 2. If x is greater than or equals to 2, obviously, both modulus will get open with a positive sign. So your y will be what? Mod of. So this is mod. The bigger mod is still there. X plus 2 minus 2x. So y is equals to mod of. This is 2 minus x. Now I know that x is greater than or equals to 2. So this time modulus will get open with a negative sign. Okay, so this is what, basically this will be x minus 2. So y is equals to x minus 2 for this interval. Now 2 is done, 0 to 2. So this is x equals to 0. When x is lying between 0 to 2, then what will happen? Okay, so x is still greater than 0. If x is greater than 0, that means both modulus will get open with a positive sign. So your y is gonna be 2 minus x, but now x is less than 2. Okay, so when x is less than 2, you will put it over here. So this will be y is equals to 2 minus x. Okay, in this region. Next region to is this. Now tell me one thing. Obviously minus 2 by 3 will be here and minus 2 will be here. So when x is lying less than 0, greater than minus 2 by 3. X is less than 0 and greater than minus 2 by 3. Okay. Alright. Then, now understand x is less than 0. So this modulus will get open with a negative sign. So y will be equals to mod of x plus 2. This is again positive modulus, but this will be negative modulus plus 2x. Y is equals to what? 3x plus 2. Oops, this is not 3x plus 2. Yes. Now x is greater than minus 2 by 3. That means this modulus will get open with a positive sign. And over here again, now x is less than minus 2 by 3 and greater than minus 2. Okay. So now again, this modulus will get open with a positive sign. So mod of x plus 2, because x is still greater than minus 2. And this is what? Plus 2x. So this is mod of 3x plus 2, but this time x is less than minus 2 by 3. So negative sign, so minus of 3x plus 2. And over here, when x is less than minus 2, both modulus will get open with a negative sign, minus x minus 2 plus 2x. So this is what? X minus 2, but x is, yes, x is less than minus 2, correct? So if x is less than minus 2, if x is less than minus 2. So this modulus will get open with a negative sign, so 2 minus x. Okay, 2 minus x. I think that now the curve can be plotted nicely. Now the curve can be plotted nicely, correct? Okay, so if you plot this curve, the curve will have, now plot this curve, let me tell you, just plot it one by one. So the curve will have how many maxima and how many minima? So it will have local minima 2 local minima and 1 local maxima. So 2 plus 1, 3 will be the correct answer in this question. 3 will be the correct answer. Okay. Yes. All right. Clear. And the last question from mathematics. Yes. Last question from mathematics. Let's do it. Okay. Very easy question from quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation which says that, okay, so x into x minus 2 is equals to 2 upon 12 minus k. Can I write it this way? Yes, 12 minus k. So this quadratic equation has both roots same. That means equal roots. So this is x square minus 2x minus 2 upon or plus 2 upon k minus 12 is equals to 0. Equal roots condition, discriminant is equals to 0. B square is equals to 4ac. So if you do that, b square is 4 is equals to 4 into a and into c. 4 cancel. K minus 12 is equals to 2. From here k is 14. The moment you say k is 14, so 14 comma 7. Distance of 14 comma 7 from this line, easiest question, right? So 3 into 14 plus 4 into 7 plus 5 upon square root of. So this is just 5. This is the distance. This is your answer. So 4 3s are 12. 52 plus 28 plus 5 upon 5. So 8, 9, 10, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 85 upon 5. 5 1s are 5. 5 7s are 17. 17? No, 17. Hold on. 15. 75 by 5 they are saying. So 5, 6, 7. So this is 42, right? This is 42. So this is 75 by 5. And that is 15. 15 means option C, absolutely right. Okay. Everybody? Yes? Okay. So let me conclude for the students who are giving question paper tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. Okay. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening. Okay. So can you see? One question from limits we are seeing. So if you can revise the expansion part, if you can revise the basic standard part, do that. Okay. Then if I want to conclude again, relations. There will be a question from relations where they will ask you that how many ordered pairs are in this relation, how many ordered pairs are added to make the relation either reflexive or symmetric or even equivalence also. So these type of question, I think in January each and every attempt they are giving this question. You have at least 7-8 questions from January and April on this topic, on the same topic. So make sure that you do that. Then we are having, hold on. So this is very basic. King's properties, very much sure you will get a question from King's property. Make sure that you are doing that, and some basic integration patterns, that what to do, how to integrate a function when there is cos square and sin square in the denominator and things like that. So just make sure that you are revising it. Then the next question is again linear differential equation. So you can't do anything about it. You just have to know basic integration and basic method of solving linear differential equation. So make sure this is the short question of each and every shift. Then after that we are having this type of question that we have done in on 1st April. Just go and watch my lecture. You will see, you will realize last 100 question. Then basic this thing if you know now, then you can decode the geometry based complex number question, that mod z minus z naught is nothing but this distance between z and z naught. Okay. And after that, this is so again very quadratic basic question. Newton's formula also they have asked in previous shift. Okay, so make sure that you do that. And okay, then I'll be handing over to Diksha ma'am. Okay, she'll be coming, or Shreyas.
Okay, students, now let us see rest of the questions of chemistry. Everybody, let us see rest of the questions of chemistry. Okay, okay. Now, we have done 9 questions. So, this is the 10th question on your screen. That is from organic chemistry. Directly from amines it is. So, the question says that which of the following reagent is used to prepare tribromoaniline? Okay, tribromoaniline. Tribromoaniline means something like this. Okay. So this is NH2, this is Br, this is Br, this is again Br. So if you talk about the first answer here, first option here, where you have nitro and NH2 group, firstly you are adding Br2. Br2 will be added here, right? Okay. Then you have, then if you say ortho para, theek hai? Okay. Then you have NaNO2, that means this NH2 that will be converted to N2Cl, disonium chloride. Then SnHCl will react here and you will have the formation of NH2 here. So this is not tribromoaniline. So that means this is already ruled out, right? Next is when you add Br2 and then you add firstly you are adding Br2, then you are adding this SnHCl. So NO2 is meta directing, so Br2 will be added here, right? And SnHCl means you are going to reduce this. Then again, you are not getting anything near to tribromoaniline. So this is also ruled out, right? That is also not correct. What about this one? Here simply you have nitro, which is again meta directing. You have AlBr2, AlBr3 plus Br2. Again, on meta position, you will have Br positive electrophile. Again, that is not the correct answer. Now, see the last one, where firstly, wait a minute, here I think wrong thing is written here. Firstly, it should be written here. That is, firstly, you will add SnHCl. Then that is the first step in the answer. It was, first step was SnHCl, then it is AlBr3 plus Br2. Okay? So now here what you will see, that when you add SnHCl, that will be converted to aniline. Okay? So aniline, we know that is very highly orthopara directing. That is why when you add Br positive electrophile here, you will have Br, Br and Br on the 3 positions here. That is tribromoaniline will be formed. So D is the correct answer here. Is that correct? Is that right? Is that right, everybody? Is that clear to everyone here? Next is, you have, now for this you need to know that, first is you need to know periodic table here. Second is you need to know what is nitrogens, what is chalcogens, halogens, noble gases. This is group number 15, this is group number 16, this is 17, this is 18. Okay, this is group number 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay. Now let us see this. First group number 15 is Na PSC Sharab Bhai, right? Next is chalcogens is Us Se Te Po. Then you have halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and then you have 80 here. Then you have helium, neon, right? Neon, argon, right? Hina, Nina or Katrina, right? Then you have krypton and then xenon and arch. Okay. Now here, if you see, now here if you see, E is nitrogens is Bi, okay? This nitrogen is Bi, so that means A is 4, right? A is 4 here and here, so this is ruled out, this is ruled out. B, if you see, chalcogens, that means oxygen family is PO. PO is not there, T is there. So that means B is third. B is third. So answer will be B is the correct answer. Then halogens is 2. As you can see, halogens is 2. D is 1. That is Rn. Right. So answer will be that B is the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody? So for here, you need to know the names. Most the students, these two names, if you have studied periodic table, then easily this will be very simple for you. And these things, right, what are the, how many elements they are belonging to which group, that is also very important for you to know, right? Okay, otherwise this was a simple question only, right? Next is find angular momentum for 2s and 2p. Now if you see for 2s and 2p, see for this is 2s, this is 2p. Now very important thing here, this is L is equals to 0, here L is equals to 1, right? What is the formula of angular momentum? What is the formula of angular momentum? Orbital angular momentum they are saying. Okay, h by 2 pi under root L plus 1, is it? So can you just write it? So angular momentum for L is equals to 0 will be equals to 0, and for L is equals to 1 is going to be h by 2 pi. This is under root, this is 1 and 2, that is going to be under root 2 here, right? This will cancel out and this will give rise to h by under root 2 and this is pi, right? So under root 2 and then pi, so answer is going to be A is the correct answer, right? From that again, this was also a very simple direct question that was asked to you, right? Okay, next is structural isomer of C9H12. Now everybody, let us see the structural isomers of C9H12 which has benzene. Okay, so firstly you need to have benzene here. So one by one we will draw it. Okay, first isomer I am drawing is when you have simple C6H5, you subtract here, this will be C9H12 minus C6H5, that will be C3H567 H7. Okay, that is nothing but a propyl ring, a propyl substituent. So substituent propyl will be there here, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you can directly write 1, 2 and 3. This substituent will be here. Okay, 1, 2, 3 carbon, C3H7 substituent will be here. Now, when C3H7 substituent is here, it will be like this. What if you have one ethyl and one methyl? What if you have one ethyl and one methyl and one methyl, but on this position? What if you have one ethyl and one methyl on this position, right? One thing more is possible here. What if in this case you have cumene, that is 1, 2, 3, that is again C3H7, okay? 1, 2, 3 carbons, that is cumene. This is nothing but it is cumene only, important name. Okay. Now, what if you have 3 methyls? 3 methyls differently. 1 methyl here, 1 methyl here, 1 methyl here. Other is what if you have 1 methyl here, other 2 methyls here. Okay. What if you have 1 methyl here and 1 methyl here and 1 methyl here. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 structural isomers are possible. Let me know if you have drawn some other isomer as well, right? Okay. So according to me, these isomers are possible here. Okay. Were you able to draw this? If you put it here, ma'am, what if you have 2 methyls here, 1 methyl here, then that is the same thing that you are forming again and again. Right? So different isomers are total 8 isomers are possible here. So answer is 8 is the correct answer. Is that clear? Next is 2 statements. First is Bohr model is applicable for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. Very simple, that is true. Bohr model does not consider electron repulsion. That is definitely never in the Bohr model where you can see electron repulsion. Nothing. Nowhere it is mentioned electron repulsion. So both the statements are correct here. That means A is again the correct answer. Okay, understood? Next question, beta, I can't see you guys writing in the comments that whether you answered it correctly or not. Let me know in the comment section if you were able to answer it correctly or not. Right? If you were like, ma'am, I was not able to answer it correctly. Right now, I'm not able to answer it correctly. Then also let me know if there is any problem. Then also let me know. Which of the following order is correct here? Okay. So, if you see this, I told you, if, actually in yesterday's lecture, na, when I was writing this ionization enthalpy, one mistake I did, in hurry I did one mistake here. So, whenever you are writing ionization enthalpy, you have to make this W. Just stretch this W from this side. Okay, so it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. It will be like this. 3 and this will be like this. Okay, this is going to be your W. Now here you write B Bal Gaye Indian Te. So by mistake I have written IN here and in hurry up I wrote IN here and TL here. Please correct that. Right, I also wrote it on the down in the comment section. Right, so now you can write. We know that ionization enthalpy down the group will decrease. Okay, so here it will decrease something like this. B, then you have TL, then you have GA, then you will have AL here, then you will have IN. Okay, understood? Bal Gaye Indian Te. Okay, that is going to be the answer for ionization enthalpy. That is B, TL, GA, AL, IN. So that is correct. So B is going to be correct, but B is correct everywhere, ma'am. What about, we also know the size here. Size, we know that it should be Bal Gaye Indian Te. It should increase to this side, but aluminium and gallium the positions will be reversed in this case. So answer is, this is the wrong answer. It should be this, right? That means D is incorrect here, right? So D is not correct, D is not correct, D is not correct. We are left with only option, that is A, B and C. All are correct here. Okay, so that means they are asking you question from other things also, density also, electronegativity as well. Okay, understood? So answer is going to be A is the correct answer. So you should definitely know all these exceptional trends that I have already done in inorganic exceptions. Okay, go through that. That will be very give you advantage, right? Okay, because naming reactions I have done, physical formulas I have done, so that will be very beneficial for you. So here you have aniline, and now I think either this or that, maybe one of these questions was asked, maybe in this format, maybe in that format. So now they are asking aniline to tribromoaniline, which reagent is used. So I think that is a small version of that question only. It's not like both the questions will be asked, right? So that will be Br2 and water, right? That will give you, CCl4 will not give you, Br2 and water will give you tribromo aniline. Okay, if both the questions are asked, that means I would say free ke number you are getting, right? Next is, you have CrO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. Is it a strong? Now some students will not directly put it, ma'am, false, ma'am. Okay? Now see one thing. See one thing. When we are talking about, see the statement, Cr5 positive is more stable than MO. Basically, in inorganic chemistry, they are not asking you in comparison with something, right? That with H2SO4, Jones reagent is a strong, this is a milder. In comparison to Jones reagent, we can say this is a milder, but otherwise it is a good oxidizing agent. Okay, it can oxidize alcohol to CH2, right, or aldehyde, right? So that is why it will be a good oxidizing agent. That is true. We are not comparing it with anything else, right? So Cr5 positive, I think it should be here 6 positive, right, is more stable than MO this. Okay. Now here, remember one thing, in P block, the lower oxidation states, the higher oxidation state, because these are the higher oxidation state, the higher oxidation states are more stable, right? If you talk about down the group, right, in the D block. So chromium and molybdenum, they are in the same group. If you see the periodic table, they are in the same group. That is why, because down the group higher oxidation state is more stable, so MO6 positive is going to be more stable here. That is why this is not the correct statement, right? MO6 positive down the group, right? The element that is below is going to have higher, the one that has higher oxidation state will be more stable down the group. But in P block, lower oxidation state is more stable down the group. So that is opposite in these two cases. Okay. From there also they have asked question, right? Previous year questions also based on which oxidation state is more stable. So here both the statement, both nahi aayega. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. Right? Okay. Next is which of the following compound or complex ions are diamagnetic in nature? Anybody? Which of the following complex or ions are diamagnetic in nature? Right, diamagnetic in nature. So for that you have to find out the unpaired electron in all of them. So this exists in +6 oxidation state. So it will be chromium. We know that chromium is 4s1 3d5. So chromium 6 positive is nothing but 3d0. That means it is diamagnetic in nature. So A is definitely there. So D is already eliminated. B also you don't need to calculate that because B is in all the options, right? So you don't need to calculate that, but still if you want to calculate, you can see that B is basically now you just need to see whether D and C are diamagnetic or not, but still if you want to calculate for B, so your X minus 6 is equals to -4, that means it is Fe2 positive. Fe is 4s2 3d6. Fe2 positive is only 3d6. Right here you have strong field ligand that will cause the pairing. So again that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, that means again this will be diamagnetic in nature. Right, next is now this one. Better remember, whenever you have water with cobalt, if in cobalt you have water as the ligand, that will act as a strong field ligand. So here if you see, it will be X minus 3 is equals to 0. So X is equals to +3. Cobalt in +3 is, it is 3d7. In +3 it will be 3d6. So it will definitely cause the pairing and it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that is going to be the answer. So again it is diamagnetic in nature. That means this is also ruled out. Now you have to see about D. Right. So talking about D here, in D beta, again this is also very important. This is X is equals to +3. So chromium, it is 4s1 3d5. In +3 oxidation state, it will be in +3 oxidation state 1, 2, 3. So it will be 3d3. Now NH3 you will see, ma'am, it will cause pairing here. Ma'am, then ma'am, it will be ma'am paramagnetic, diamagnetic. It's tell me one thing. If you have 6 coordination number, it will be D2sp3. It just need 2 d orbitals to be empty. That means even if all are unpaired, even then why we need to? It's like you have 10 rooms in your house, you are 5 people and you're still living in just one room. Why? You have extra rooms, then live differently, right? So here you have extra rooms, so they will live alone, right? So here it is 1, 2, 3. That means it is definitely paramagnetic. So answer is A, B, C is diamagnetic in nature. Okay, A, B, C is diamagnetic in nature. So answer is B is the correct answer. Next question is 2 milliliter. Acha, now they are saying 20 milliliter of 1 molar NaOH is mixed with HCl. NaOH is mixed with HCl, right? Which is further diluted to 100 milliliter. Find the final. Okay. So acid plus base is going to give you NaCl. Ma'am, choti classes mein we used to do this reaction, isn't it? We used to do this reaction, right? So now if you see this is strong base. Now they have given you regarding strong base and strong acid few things. So we know that, students, understand one thing. We know that molarity is equals to number of moles by volume. If volume is in milliliters, then these number of moles will be in millimoles. Okay, these will be in millimoles. So when you want to calculate the number of moles, that will be 20, that is 1, that is molarity, 20, that is the volume. So it will be 20 millimoles. Millimoles. Okay. HCl is going to be again 20 millimoles. 20 millimoles. Okay. Once you know this is also 20 millimoles, this is also 20 millimoles, that means all the H positive and OH negative are going to react, right? And after the reaction, you will have 0, 0, and this NaCl you will have 20 millimoles, right? You have the number of moles. Now, they are saying find the concentration. So, concentration is what? Molarity is what? Number of moles divided by volume in milliliter. Right? Molarity is given to be 20 millimoles. This is given to be 100 milliliter. So, you just cancel it. It will be 0.2. Answer will be 0.2 is the correct answer. So, answer will be 0.2. Okay, you don't need to convert anything into liters, this and that, because eventually they're going to get cancelled only. So answer will be, B is the correct answer. Okay, got it? Everybody, is that clear or not? Everybody, that is clear to everybody or not? Yes, students? Right? Okay, so that was about the chemistry. Now I'll just ask Shreya sir to join in. Right, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Acha, by that time, let me know in the comment section. As you all know that your team is coming to Pune. So, how many of you are from Pune or nearby Pune? Yes, everybody? How many of you are from Pune or nearby Pune? Then you will see a form in the description box only, right? So, I'll just give you that form over here. So that form, Pune we are coming. So you will just click on this link here and fill out this form here, right, to meet your favorite teachers, because we need to register yourself first. Only then we can allow you to enter, right? Okay, so just click here and you can experience the meeting with your favorite teachers, what you think about them, any mentorship, any guidance you can take, any advice you need, right, that you can take here, right? And here, students, if you are preparing for, let's say, ma'am, I am preparing for, ma'am, other tests, right? Ma'am, my JEE means was okay. Ma'am, it was not that good. Ma'am, I still want to have a backup plan, ma'am. Then what are the good universities? What are the good exams, right? These are the exams. ISR, VIEEE, SRM, BITSAT, okay? So, COMET, KCT. So, these are the different exams, right? And we are providing you the test series here. If you are thinking, ma'am, is there any test series which will provide me the test series for all the different exams? Then there is Extra Mile Engineering Test Series, where you can get all these MHT, KCET, VIEEE, EMCET, SR, SRM, WB, BITSAT, COMET, all the test series are provided in this one test series, right? And if you're someone who is preparing for JEE Advanced, then JEE Rank Accelerator book is there for you, right, which you have amazing excellent questions of JEE Advanced level. And if you want someone to solve it for you, so that someone who can guide you regarding JEE Advanced, like you are completely blank on JEE Advanced, you are not able to solve the questions, then this Eklavya batch is already going on for your 2025 JEE Advanced, right, to take you level up to the JEE Advanced, right? Okay, so that's it. Now I'll just ask Shreya sir, and one more thing, JEE rank predictor is also there. You can click here and you can predict your rank, you can predict your college. This is totally for free of cost, right? Okay, yes. That's it. Now I'll just end this, and all the best to all the students for their tomorrow shift. Again, I am saying there are some important things. One more thing to remember, that students, if you see this here on this channel, only click on this channel, what you will see, firstly on the video section, you will see that there is all formula in one go, physical chemistry. With handwritten notes, I have provided you that. That will be very beneficial for you, right, for all the formulas of physical chemistry. Now, next is, ma'am, I want to also do the, wait a minute, ma'am, I also want to do organic chemistry. Where can I do that? So for organic chemistry, go to this, and this is your two videos I have taken, two live session I have taken for 1.5 hour. First is all naming reactions. This is going to be very, very important for you, and all exceptions in one go, because they are asking you questions from exceptions, right? So these two videos to must watch for the upcoming shift students, right? And for the students who are looking for, ma'am, are you going to take lectures on VIT, Triple E, KCT? So we are going to take that from Monday onwards. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now I'll take your leave. Bye bye. Take care and all the best for your exam. Bye bye.
Welcome back. I hope I'm audible and visible. And what an amazing session, guys. And yes, looks like I'm audible and visible. Yep. So that's your extra mile test series for all the entrance tests. And it's time that we continue from where we left just before the the maths and the chemistry discussions. So we did this particular question. So moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. The pressure, everyone gear up, guys, and show some enthusiasm. Answer the questions with me as soon as you get it. Okay. All right. So the pressure of the ideal gas is increased by 0.4%, keeping the volume constant. Volume is constant. That means pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So if there is a change in the pressure, what is the actual temperature at that point? So because P is equal to some constant multiplied by T, I can say delta P by P, relative error concept, will be delta T divided by T. Now the change in the pressure, see, it is 0.4%. In relative error terms, it will be 0.4 multiplied by 100 is basically going to give you 0.4 multiplied by 100. That was your, sorry, 0.4 was your percentage. So you have to divide it, my bad, 0.4 divided by 100. That is basically going to give you the relative error, which is nothing but delta P by P. So substitute that over here. So 0.4 divided by 100, because I'm converting it back from percentage to just a fraction. The change in the temperature is 1 degree Celsius, which is also 1 Kelvin change. So 1 Kelvin over here and T over here. So therefore, T will be nothing but, T goes on the top, 100 comes below over here and divided by 0.4, which is 100 divided by, or 1000 divided by 4, which is nothing but 250 Kelvin. So 250 Kelvin, not Celsius. So option A is the right answer. Is that right? Okay. How many of you got it, guys? Yeah, just use the concept of relative error. That is more than sufficient. And please convert everything into Kelvin. All the ideal gas equations, every time, thermodynamics every time deals with Kelvin. Do not deal with Celsius. Cool. Match the following. Again, every single shift, units, dimensions, questions are coming. Match the following type. So alert, big alert. Yeah, it is going to come. Okay, most likely in all the shifts that is going to come. Okay, match the following type, units and dimensions. So again, we need to just see what we can do the best over here. I like Planck's constant, easier to find, because energy is nothing but h into f, and h will be then energy by frequency. Energy by frequency, frequency is 1 by time, so energy into time. So the dimensions of h will be, energy's dimensions is m1 l2 t raised to minus 2 into basically t. So this will become nothing but m1 l2 t raised to minus 1. So C is going with m1 l raised to 2 t raised to minus 1. So that is 1. C is going with 1. So either A or B is correct. C got eliminated, D got eliminated. Yes, everyone? Okay. Next, try to eliminate either D or B or A. Anything will be fine, guys. It's completely up to you. You can go with coefficient of viscosity also. Oh no, coefficient of viscosity is the same. B is going with 400%. So B is going with 400%. So that we cannot eliminate because both the options have the same thing. So then the only option left with me is probably go with Boltzmann constant or thermal conductivity. Either one of them you can do. Say for example, thermal conductivity. We know heat flowing per unit time is thermal conductivity A into temperature difference divided by delta X. So this is nothing but m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2 divided by T raised to minus 1. Sorry, T raised to plus 1, my bad. T raised to plus 1 will be thermal conductivity, we do not know. Area is length raised to 2. Temperature is Kelvin raised to 1. And this is nothing but length raised to 1. This will get cancelled, L square and L square. So what will be thermal conductivity then? M raised to 1 will be there. L square has got cancelled. So L raised to 1 will come on the top. Plus 1 will go on the top, will become minus 3 with minus 2. And this Kelvin will become raised to minus 1. So which is it, guys? M1, L1, T raised to minus 3, Kelvin raised to minus 1. Yep. So that is your thermal conductivity, which is going with 2, I believe. Yes, it is going with 2. So D is going with 2 right over here. So it's natural then that this A will go with 3. A will go with 3. Okay. You can do that very easily. Boltzmann constant K is R by Na. R by Na. Yes, R is your gas constant. Perfect. You can do that, or you can use energy is half kT. Remember, kinetic energy per degree of freedom, law of equipartition of energy. Energy is half kT. That is very, very easy. Okay, that is also possible. So option A is correct. Perfectly right. Very good. The motivational minute, yes, very nice. Kata, Idara, excellent, guys, excellent. Proud of all of you. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Okay, let's go, let's go. Oh, what was this? Oops, sorry. In a hydrogen atom, the electron is making a transition from fourth to some another state and it emits a photon. The question is, what is that value of n? See, simple, guys. Whenever you are going from an excited state, this is n is equal to 4, and that electron is transiting downwards, what will happen? It will emit a photon, and that energy of the photon is exactly going to be equal to the difference of the energy of the orbits. This is as per the Bohr's third postulate, which said that when photon is absorbed, energy will increase and of the electron, and vice versa. If electron's energy gets decreased because of the de-excitation, photon of exactly same energy difference will be emitted. So you need to just think what difference of energies will give you 2.85. If you remember certain values, I have told you this 100 times. Please remember these values for hydrogen atom: minus 13.6, 3.4, minus 1.5, minus 0.85, all that. So n is equal to 4 is right over here. You can see that this is n is equal to 4. So which number should I take a difference with so that the answer will be 2.85? I think it should be most likely this, because it will be light 3.4 and this will be nothing but 0.85. So I'm just going to get, yep, around 2.85, close enough to that. Close enough to that. It will not be exactly equal to that. It will be the closest. It will be the closest. Yeah, it will be the closest. Okay. Yeah, perfect. All right. So 3.4 and 0.85 will be closest. It will not be exact, but that is what it is. So I think the answer is going to be 2. Yep. Cool, everyone? Yep. Shall we go ahead to the next question coming up on your screen? It can't be higher. How can it be 5? It can't be 5. Just think about it. If a photon is emitted, how can it go to a higher order energy level? Obviously, it has to be either 3, 2, or 1. So in fact, 5 has to be eliminated directly. It can't be 5. Yeah. I hope this is absolutely clear. Yeah. Okay. So makes a transition from the fourth, sorry. Transition from the fourth excited state. Oh, sorry guys, my bad. In this particular question, it is the fourth excited state. If it is the fourth excited state, so then n will be 5. N will be 5. Yes, n will be 5. And from here, the difference will come here when you take the difference from this state to this particular state, which is nothing but n is equal to 2. Yes, this difference I think will come out to be 2.85. Now, this will be the closest answer possible. Yes, 3.4 and 0.54. Yes, this will be the closest answer. So, the fourth excited state means n is equal to 5. It is not the fourth principal quantum number. Yeah, you have to add 1 to it. Okay, so anyways, the closest answer will be 2. If the distance is given by c naught, 2 minus t whole square plus c 2 minus t, then find its acceleration. Find its acceleration. So distance is given, derivative, velocity, derivative, you will get acceleration. So velocity will be ds by dt. So the derivative of this will be c naught. Derivative of 2 minus t whole square will be 2 into 2 minus t. Derivative of 2 minus t will be 0 minus 1 plus c constant. Derivative of 2 minus t will be nothing but 0 minus 1. So this will be nothing but negative 2 c naught, negative 1 into 2 c naught into 2 minus t minus c. So that is your velocity. That is your velocity. What next? We have to find the acceleration. Acceleration is the derivative of the velocity itself. So minus 2 c naught is a constant. 2 minus t's derivative will be 2 is a constant, so 0 minus 1 minus constant's derivative is 0. So negative will become positive, so it will become 2 c naught. So 2 c naught is option A, I believe. 2 c naught is option A, I believe. Yep. Is that right, everyone? Perfecto. Okay, awesome. This question was a bit modified in the exam. I'm not really sure what exactly the question is. This is completely based on memory. Okay, so if it was slightly different, then please let us know. Okay, maybe the method will be the same. That's all. That's fine as long as you know the method of the solution. For a projectile, the range is 3 times the height. Given range is this, where v is the speed of projection. Find the value of n. Range is basically what is it? Something, and it is given range is 3 times the height. Okay, so if range is 3 times the height, the formula for range is 2u square sine theta cos theta, the whole thing divided by g. For height, it is u square sine square theta divided by 2g. Is that right? Okay, many things will get cancelled, like u square, sine theta and 1 sine theta, this g and this g, nothing else is going to get cancelled. So let's see what are we left with. So 2 into cos theta is left here on the left hand side. On the right hand side, 3 by 2 is left and sine theta is left. Okay, with this, find the value of n they have asked. That means first we have to find theta, I believe. So what do we do? This will make it 4 by 3. 2 2s are 4, 3 comes below, is nothing but sine theta by cos theta, which is nothing but tan theta. So tan theta, I have got it as 4 by 3. Now what do I do with tan theta? Make a small triangle so that you can find anything else also. Like say for example, you want to find say sine theta or cos theta. So better to make a triangle. This is theta. So tan theta is 4 by 3. Tan theta is 4 by 3. Naturally, this will be 5. So theta is 53 degree basically. So theta is nothing but 53 degree. Is that right? So theta is nothing but 53 degree. Standard? Okay. So once I get that, finding the range is not that difficult. Range will be 2 times u square sine of 53 cos of 53, the whole thing divided by g. Okay, so 2u square by g is there as it is. What is sine 53? Sine 53 is opposite by hypotenuse, so it will be nothing but 4 by 5. Cos 53 will be 3 by 5. So put 3 by 5 over here. So I can see 25G coming downstairs. 5 5s are 25. So 25G coming downstairs. 4 3s are 12. 12 2s are 24. So I can also see the number 24 into U square coming over here. So where is that number? Yep, it is the D option. Yep. All right. Very good. Very good. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Yep. Very good. So that is the correct answer. Sir, 14th sum couldn't understand. Okay. I'll tell you 14th sum. Let me go back. Where was it? See, there is a rule called as chain rule. No, so I'm using that. So if you want to find, see the derivative of C naught 2 minus t whole square plus the derivative of c into t minus 2. What you do, C naught is a constant, take it outside. So what you do, treat this number 2 minus t as x only. Think of this as if this is some x, and then find the derivative. By the way, this is a constant, so derivative of t minus 2. So if you take the derivative of x square or x raised to n, what is that formula? X raised to n formula. It is nx raised to n minus 1. So that is why that number 2 will come here. 2 minus t, 2 minus t, 2 minus 1 will come over here, and then take the derivative of whatever is there inside of it. This is that chain rule which you will use, and plus this will be nothing but c into derivative of time is 1, and this was 2 minus t, not 2 t minus 2. So derivative of 2 is a constant, being a constant it will be 0. Derivative of time will be 1. Okay, so that's it. Now this will make it 2 c naught, and this will make it 2 minus t, and derivative of this guy will be 0 minus 1. So plus c into minus 1. Is that okay? That is how you take the derivative. First take the outer function's derivative, then take the inner function's derivative. There is one more function, take the innermost function's derivative. So that is how you use the chain rule of derivatives, which you have learnt in mathematics. Okay, is that fine, my dear student? Yeah. So yeah, I have just made it as t minus 2. Yep. 2 minus t, sorry. Yep. All right. Moving on to the next question. Two situations given in the figure. Find the current 1 and current 2. E1 and E2, R1 and R2, everything is given. As far as I can see, they are just series and parallel circuits. So you have to find the effective EMF in both the cases. Say for example, in the first case, what is the EMF? This is 2 volt. This is 1 volt. Resistance 1 ohm. This is nothing but 2 ohm. So the effective EMF will be 2 plus 1, which will be 3 volt. Effective resistance will be nothing but 3 ohm. And there will be one more resistance. I think this is nothing but 6 ohm. This is nothing but 6 ohm. So whatever current will be flowing over here, I1, so that current I1 will be the voltage, which is 3, divided by the total resistance, which is 3 plus 6, which is nothing but 3 by 9, which is 1 by 3 ampere. So that is the first current in this series circuit. Now for the second part, you need to be little bit careful, because effective EMF, effective resistance, there are formulas. So let's start doing it. So if you want to find what is the effective resistance, effective EMF, and then solve it, so here is the procedure. First, let's find the internal resistance. So internal resistance will be R1, R2. Same thing, R1 is 1, R2 is 2. Upon R1 plus R2, parallel formula. So 2 by 3 ohm. Effective EMF is E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 upon 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That's the formula. EMF 1, 2 volt. R is 1. EMF 2, 1. R resistance 2, 2. So 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. Okay, let's see what it will be. So 2 plus half, which is 2.5, which is 5 by 2. Okay, 1 plus half is 1.5, which is 3 by 2. 2 cancel, so it will be 5 by 3 volts. So we got this particular EMF as 5 by 3 volts, and this resistance as 2 by 3 ohm. So from this, now you can find out how much this current will be. So that particular current will be that voltage, which is 5 by 3 upon the total resistance, which will be 2 by 3 plus this resistance, which is nothing but 6, which is nothing but 6. Yep, just do that now and you will get the answer, guys. So 5 by 3. So this is 5 by 3 by 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. So 20 by 3. So this will be 5 by 20, which is 1 by 4 ampere, which is nothing but 1 by 4 ampere. That's it. So I1 is 1 by 3, I2 is 1 by 4. I think next step should be your answer, guys. Yep. So what will be I1 by I2? I1 is 1 by 3, I2 is 1 by 4. So it will be 4 by 3. That's it. No units. It's a ratio. So 4 by 3 is option B. Yes, perfect. Very good. Aruna, yep. Awesomeness, awesomeness, awesomeness. That is the correct answer. Perfect. Okay. Let's go to the next question, guys. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Now, if you have solved H.C. Verma or if you have attended some momentum collision classes long time back, we have done these kind of questions. These questions are not very popular, but not very rare also. These are like must-do questions of collision and momentum. See, what happens is this mass hits this spring and the spring is attached to this mass, but this mass is not fixed. It is allowed to move on the smooth surface. So when this mass touches the spring begins to compress, and because of the compression, this mass begins to accelerate and the spring starts retarding this. So this guy's speed reduces, this guy's speed increases, and there comes a point when both their speeds will match and the spring will have maximum compression basically at that moment, because all the kinetic energy will be used to convert into potential energy. So as much as possible. So here is what the equations will look like. First of all, realize one thing, that when both of them are going to move together, they will have one common speed. Let's say I call it V. Here this was at rest. To do this part, use momentum conservation. There is no other way. So conserve what? Momentum. Conserve what? Momentum, my dear students. So initial momentum is mass into velocity. The other guy was at rest, so put 0. The final complete mass will be 10 plus 5, which is 15, into one common velocity with which both of them will be moving, same speed. Okay, 10 3s are 30. This is nothing but 15 into V. So V is nothing but 2 meters per second. So that's the new common velocity. Is that okay? Everyone? We just conserve the momentum. Now conserve energy. So two principles are there. Conserve energy, my dear students. What do? We will conserve energy. Initially only this mass has energy, so half into mass into 3 square. The other guy was at rest, spring is also not compressed, nothing else is there, will be equal to, now both of them are moving as one single system. This is having a mass of 15 kg, 15 into velocity, which is 2 square. So that plus the spring will also have potential energy. So it will be nothing but half spring constant, which is 300 multiplied by x square. Okay. So this was the initial kinetic energy. This is the total kinetic energy finally. This is the spring potential energy. Half of half will get cancelled. So 10 into 9 is equal to 15 multiplied by 4 plus 300 multiplied by x square, guys. Solve this. Immediately you will get x square. Take the root, you will get x. Just check what is the value of x that you get. Yep. How many of you were able to solve this question in the examination? Yep. How many of you were able to solve this particular question in this examination? Come on, guys, solve this and tell me how much answer are you getting? Yep. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Everyone. 90, 60, 30. Come on, guys. How much roughly answer? A option you are getting? Okay, very good. Very good. Let's see. Many of you are saying A. Yes, perfect. A option. Awesomeness. Let's go, guys. Let's go to the next question then. Let's go to the next question. Okay. What does it say? Wow. Two cylindrical vessels of cross-sectional area contain water till heights of 1 and 6. Respectively, the vessels are connected at their bottom than the work done by the net force of gravity is? Interesting question. This is not okay. Some questions are really good, guys, in this particular shift. The initial questions that we got were pretty much laddu, but looks like after the break, whatever questions we are solving are decent level, definitely. So I cannot say the paper is easy. Overall, it is definitely moderate, and I mean, you need to do it properly. There are some lengthy questions like this one too. Okay, so first of all, heights of the water are 1 meter and 6 meter. So here is what I'll do. Let's say this is one container, this is one container, like this. They are connected by a tube. Initially, how it is, 1 meter over here and 6 meters over here. So this is basically 6 meter. This is basically 1 meter. Now, to find the work done by the gravity, basically you have to find the change in the gravitational potential energy. To find the change in the potential energy, find the initial energy, find the final energy, subtract the two. Simple, cool. Work done is delta U is final and initial subtraction, that's all. So let's find the initial energy. But how do you find the initial energy of this system? See, this is a liquid, the center of mass will be here. So the center of mass will be at a height of 0.5 meter, and here the center of mass will be at a height of 3 meter. Always look at the center of mass to find the potential energy. So initial energy will be mass, whatever is there here, into G into basically 0.5 plus mass, whatever is there here, into G, whatever height will be there over here, which is 3. Don't take the complete height, that will give you a wrong answer. But the question is, what the hell is mass now? Okay, so area is given, volume is to be found. From that we can find the mass. Mass is density into volume. So this mass is density multiplied by volume. Density is 10 to the power 3. Volume is area of cross section, which is 2. And the height total, don't take 0.5 now, total volume of the mass, which is 1. Same thing, this mass will be density of water is 10 to the power 3. Area of cross section 2. And what is it? Height is basically 6. So from this you will get the initial potential energy, my dear students. Did you understand? Everybody till this point? Okay. Now what happens? When you leave it, the vessels are connected at the bottom, the levels will become eventually equal. So when the levels will finally become equal, what will be their final heights? Okay, the total volume should remain conserved. The total height will also be conserved because areas are same. So 6 plus 1 is basically 7. So that 7 height of water column will get distributed equally in both these containers. So this will be equally distributed, 3.5 meters, and this will be also 3.5 meters, like this and like this, equally after some time. Center of mass will be here, and this particular height will be 3.5 by 2, which is 7 by 2 by 2. So that will be 7 by 4 meters, 7 by 4 meters. That is where your center of mass will be. So now find the final energy. So the mass over here into G into height will be 7 by 4. But like that, there are two parts. So that's why into 2. This mass will be density, which is 10 to the power 3, into volume is area, which is 2, into total height, which is 3.5 or 7 by 2. So this is final, that is initial. Now comes the final part where you have to find the work done by gravity. Work done by gravity is negative delta U. So it will be minus final minus initial. So you can just do initial minus, oops, this will be nothing but minus will become plus. So initial minus final. So we have got the initial energy from here. We have got the final energy from here. Just substitute the values and you will get the answer. Okay. So quite lengthy problem. So if you had time, you could do it. Else, I would advise that such questions should be done towards the end after doing the easy questions. And I have told this again and again that an easy question and a hard question both carry equal marks. Okay, keep that in mind. That is a very deep statement. If you think about it, you will still get the same marks for solving this versus an easy question. There is nothing that you have to prove. Cool? Okay. So the answer comes out to be 8 into 10 to the power 4. 8 into 10 to the power 4. Okay. Sir, it was 10 meters, not 1 meter. Okay, fine. If the answer question over here was 10 meter, accordingly you will change it. Instead of 1, everywhere you will put 10. That's all. Okay. But method you understood, right? That is very important. So, Jitesh, how to plan for the shift on 7th and 8th? So, my advice is watch all the sessions of all the paper discussions, because some questions will definitely get repeated. Some questions will definitely be PYQs. Some questions might be really bouncer. And my guess is 7th April shift will be maybe deadly. I hope it is not deadly, because that's what they did in January, right? After the break, everybody was preparing. Okay, questions will be like this, like this, like this. Okay, levels were high, but then they gave even bouncer shift on that, the day after the break. So be mentally prepared for some tough questions. So selection of questions will be very important. So do some tough papers, but if you get an easy paper, don't feel bad. See how you can again solve at a very high speed. So we should not be just used to solving difficult papers, but also solving easy papers, because both have their own pros and cons, and both have their own different strategies. Is that right? Good afternoon, Sai. I'm not sure whether you have woken up now or what. Oh, by the way, this question we just solved it, and somebody had told that it comes with momentum. If it has same momentum, then the only difference is, I told you that time also, the radius. What is it? The radius, which is mv by qb, because this is the same as per the question, then the radius will be just inversely proportional to the charge. The radius will be just inversely proportional to the charge. That's all. Is that okay? Yeah, that's all. Yeah. So if radius is inversely proportional to the charge, the proton and the electron, they have the same charge. So that means they can't have unequal radius. There should be equal. So this statement is definitely wrong. So statement 2 will be false. But in the case of minus 2e and plus e, forget the sign, just look at the magnitude. This has more charge. This has more charge, the first particle. So more charge means smaller radius. More charge means smaller radius. Yes, correct. This is exactly what happens. So 1 is true and 2 is false. So B option will be the right answer. Is that okay? B option will be the right answer. We just solved this question where speeds were equal before the break. Yeah, I hope you remember this. A long time back. I mean, it's there. If I have to go somewhere, here maybe. Yeah, see this particular question. Same question we did, but with some oxygen, hydrogen, and all of that. And we had taken same speed because that student told us same speed. But with the same momentum, it will come out to be slightly different. Okay, no issues. Let's go to the next question coming up on your screen. Here it is. What is it? Truth table corresponding to the circuit below. Beautiful question. Simple also, not very difficult, and it's always fun to solve truth table questions, logic gates question. So let's see, guys. First, let's take this particular thing, A0, B0. Okay, so if A0, B0, A0, B0, okay, 0 or 0 will be 0. This same 0 will go here, this 0 will go here, 0 and 0 will give you 0. 0 and 0 will give you 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So B option just got eliminated. So B is out of the picture. Okay. Then let's go to the next one. 0, 1. Let's see 0, 1 maybe. Something it will give. So if this is 0, this is 1. This 0 will go here. 0 or 1 will be 1. This same 0 will go here. The same 1 will come here. 0 and 1 will be 0. So 0, 1 should give you 0. 0, 1 should give you 0. 0, 1 should give you 0. This is out. 0, 1 is giving 1. So this is out now. So D option got eliminated. So 1, 0, 0 or 1, 0, 1. Okay. So the reverse now. So let's try to do this. If this is 1, this is 0. So if this is 1, this is also 1, this is 0. 1 or 0 will be 1. This same 1 will go here. The same one will come here. 1 and 1 will be 1. So 1, 0 should give you 1. 1, 0 is giving you 0. So this is out. So C option is the correct option there. Straightforward, everyone? Yep, C option. Perfect. Perfect, Srisha. Awesomeness. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Find the distance of the object from the left surface if the distance and the distance of the object from the left surface. If the distance of the final image from the left surface, if the distance of the final image from the left surface is 200 centimeters. Okay, let's think about it. What the question says. It says find the distance of the object from the left surface if the distance of the final image from the left surface is 200. Okay, interesting thing. If this is given to be 200 centimeters, I know this radius is 50, this is 50. So this is basically the diameter, which is going to be 100 centimeter. So naturally, this distance is also 100 centimeter. Okay, perfect. Now, I think we have to use our, curved surface refraction formula. This is the curved surface. This is the pole. The rays from the image are going to come like this. So this is the incident ray. So this side will be positive. This side will be negative for this incident ray. Make this as the object, make this as the image because of reversibility principle of light, of course. So let's use the formula mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 divided by R. So the second refractive index is where the refracted ray enters, which is basically 1.5. Which is basically 1.5. V is unknown minus mu1 is where the incident rays, that is outside, I think it is air, nothing else is mentioned. Object distance, make this image as the object. Okay, I'm making this image as the object. So this object will be the image. Reversibility principle basically. So this distance from the pole is 100, but on the negative side, so minus 100. This will be 1.5, same order, minus 1. Radius of curvature, center of curvature is over here, which is on the positive side, so it will be positive. So this will be plus 50, of course. So 1.5 is 3 by 2. Minus minus is plus, goes on the other side, becomes minus. We'll keep that in mind. 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. 0.5 divided by 50, of course. And this will become minus. So minus 1 by 100. Oh, this is 1 by 100, guys. This is also 1 by 100. Wow, this is coming out to be 0. So if 3 by 2 is coming out to be 0, what is V? V is infinity. You know what does this mean? V is infinity. What does this mean? V is infinity. After refraction, the ray has just become parallel. Image is formed at infinity means the ray has become parallel. So this is now a symmetric situation. After this, it will do exactly the same thing. So it will come and meet here. And obviously this distance will be again 100 centimeter. So it is a purely symmetrical diagram now. It becomes easy to solve. Yeah, everyone? Clear, guys? Yes. So the question is find the distance of the object from the left surface. So that will be 100 centimeters, which is option A. Directly you can do it. So beautiful question, guys, based on symmetry. Okay, so that was the last question till which we solved almost 21 questions. So my dear students, many of you are asking, sir, will you be doing JEE advanced sessions? Of course, we'll be doing JEE advanced sessions, but there are a lot of engineering entrances which will be helping you with, be it VIT EEE, be it SRM, be it KCT, COMET-K, of course, and UGEE, IIT, and of course, BITSAT. I mean, just taking those names itself tires me out, and I don't know how we are going to, keep up our energy. So, humble request, you need to shower the love on this channel and on us by not just liking, but also commenting, just a nice comment. You should understand that we are also very much deprived, and personally, me, that I'm already on almost like 3 channels and every channel has their own entrance exam, and I have to be there, plus of course our batches. So guys, we are trying to do everything that we can to help you out, and all we ask is just talk about this channel to your juniors. Just tell them that Shreyas sir is here, the team is here. So it will really help us. And if you are thinking that maybe, sir, I will go to clear my cutoffs, and I should start my J advanced preparation without wasting time. And I was personally one of them, because when I cleared my first level of J exam, I did not get a very good mark, percentage or percentile or rank, whatever you call it. So, I could have doubted myself, and I could have said that maybe I will not clear J advance during that time. This is a long time back, 18 years back. So, I thought, no, I knew somehow that I was good at advanced type of questions rather than my speed and accuracy part. If time was given, less questions were given, I am cool at thinking, deeper. And that's exactly what happened with me. So there is no rule which says that only 99 percentile and above students clear J advance. No, 94 percentile students have also cleared J advance, and many times 98, 99 percentile students don't clear J advance. So it all depends on how you are going to approach your next 1 or 2 months. So if you definitely want to upskill yourself, you want to upgrade yourself, the Ekalavya program is the best program, because it has a dedicated team with experts, and many of the teachers actually teach for Olympiads too. It's at a nominal price of 5,000 rupees. So make the best use of it. The link is there in the description box. All right, cool. So when are we going to start J Advance? Next week only. We are not going to wait for a long time. So it's going to start next week. Plus, we have to take care of 2026. We have to take care of 2027 students. So that's why we say, please take up the batches, and along with it, watch the YouTube classes, because on YouTube, I had to take care of everyone. In the batch, the teachers take care of that batch. That's it. Done. And it's a schedule. Every day this class will happen. Okay, you don't have to wait, beg anyone. That's it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a lovely evening, and I hope you realize a lot of things, and all the best for the upcoming shift students. And yeah, stay subscribed, and like this video and share this channel as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Great evening. Yeah, take care.